people who are coming here for the first time, I want you to know that law of attraction is not the world of logic. It's not the world of logic. Basically I'm a corporate trainer. When I say corporate trainer, I train corporate companies how to logically grow their business by becoming better at productivity, by becoming better at teamwork, leadership and all that part. But that is the world of logic. My business is only in the world of logic. This is not my business. This is just the way I give back to the society, and that is why this workshop is free. But I want to tell you that this workshop is not the world of logic, it is the world of what? Magic. So people who are interested only in logic, this is your last chance, you can leave the workshop. If you're interested in magic, sit, stay back. Are you interested in magic?
Yes.
Right? Now, what do I mean by this is the world of magic? In the world of magic, things happen and sometimes you don't know how they happen. Am I right?
Yes.
So one rule, which is the biggest rule of law of attraction which you have to remember is don't ask how. Okay, can you repeat that?
Don't ask how.
About what? Anything. Okay? If, for an example, you say that I want a Mercedes this year. Okay? Don't get into the how business. कैसे होगा, नहीं होगा क्या, नहीं हुआ तो क्या, what if it doesn't happen? No. Rule number one. What is rule number one? Don't ask how. Right? So from today, if you want to be in the world of magic, this is one rule you have to follow. Magicians don't ask how. Magicians just snap their finger and they know things will happen. Who do you want to be? A logical person all your life or a magician? We'll show you how to make magic happen in your life. I have done magic in my life. Alright? A lot of people in the world are going to probably hate me for saying this because I'm going to put this video on YouTube and I'm going to talk about that there is something called magic that works. Some people are going to tell you it doesn't work. Life only works on hard work. If that was true, the laborers of our country should have been the richest people in the world. You know, the construction laborers? They should have been the richest people in the world, right? They work so hard. It's not only hard work. Does it mean action is not involved? It is involved. How is it involved? We'll come to that part. But first you need to be clear that you are not in the world of logic anymore. You're in the world of magic. So from today onwards, who are you? You're a magician. Okay, so I want you to introduce yourself to your partner saying, from today, I'm a magician. Tell your partner, loudly. Left and right both, come on. From today, I'm a magician. Alright, so what I want you to do is, I want you to give a high five to two people, one on your left, one on your right, and when you give them a high five, you tell them, I am a magician. Go ahead. Now you give a high five to one person ahead, one person behind, and you tell them, you are a magician. Come on. Come on, tell them you are a magician behind you. Alright, ready to be magicians?
Yes.
So for the next 4 hours, until about 1 p.m. to maximum 1:30 p.m., keep logic aside. Right? Although we're going to give you a lot of logic, I promise you on that. So the workshop will be divided between three halves, ultimately. The first part of the workshop is about what is law of attraction. What is law of attraction? We'll focus about half an hour to 45 minutes on what is law of attraction exactly. The second part is about why law of attraction works. Why law of attraction works. What's the science behind it? That's the second part. The third part is the ultimate part which you are all here for. What is that? How law of attraction works. Right? So we'll get into that. After tea time, by about 11:15, we'll take a tea break. After tea break, the rest of the session is all about how law of attraction works. Okay? Even though I can give you the how in the beginning, right now, is the what and why important?
Yes.
Because our brain does not implement something unless it does not understand something. So the logical part, we're going to take care of it in the first 2 hours. There is some amount of logic behind magic also? Yes or no?
Yes.
Let's understand this. Yesterday's magic is today's science. Yes?
Yes.
And today's magic is tomorrow's science. 10 years ago, 20 years ago, if somebody told you, or 30 years ago, if somebody told you that you would have a small phone in your hands which you could use to talk to each other anywhere in the world, 30 years ago, you wouldn't have believed it. Right? 200 years ago, if you told somebody you can take a tablet and cure your headache, they used to call you witch. And they would burn you in front of everybody because they thought you were a magician. But today, that tablet is called what? Ceridon. Or a Disprin or whatever you call it. Am I right? So yesterday's magic is today's, and today's magic, tomorrow's science. So there is an amount of logic behind magic. What is that? We're going to clarify that for you so that your brain doesn't keep asking you how all the time. We'll cover that till about 11:15, what and why, and then the rest of the 2 hours we'll focus on how law of attraction works. Okay? Okay, so for people who don't know me, people who've come for the first time, a quick introduction about me. Hopefully you already know my name, but I'll still introduce myself. My name is Mitesh Khatri, and I work with my wife, Indu Khatri, who was here some time ago. She will come back at around 11:15 during the tea break. We are not only business partners, we are also life partners, and we've been doing this kind of work for more than 12 years now. And when I say this kind of work, we work on human potential, we work with behavioral training programs, majorly in corporate organizations. What we are doing here today is not what we do regularly. This is just once in a while. And how this workshop also happened today, I'll clarify that to you in a few minutes. But in corporate workshops, there are 3 areas that we expertise in. The one is known as leadership workshops. So most people know me as a leadership trainer. Team dynamic workshops, and the third is transformation for organizations. When I say transformation, it means that we help organizations to go from one amount of their growth to the second number. So for an example, if it's a 100 crore company and they want to make themselves a 500 crore company, can they continue doing what they've been doing for all their life? So they have to transform the way they work completely. Is that right? So we are known as experts in transforming the entire organization behavior to such an extent that they're able to achieve their next goal, whether that's 500 crores or 1,000 crores or whatever their number is. Okay? We've been doing this for about 12 years now. I've had the opportunity and the privilege to meet more than 2 lakh people so far across 7 countries and 200 organizations. So that's what I do for a living, and I've been doing this, like I said, for about 12 years. This workshop is not just, it's not actually business for me, this is my life. Whatever I'm going to teach you in this workshop is not something I teach, I practice. Every single day of my life works on the law of attraction. And when I say works, let me tell you, my success is only because of the law of attraction. Okay, not only, my wife is also involved in that. She'll kill me if I say only. But my parents have played a role, my wife has played a role, my friends, my clients have played a role. But all of this has worked because the law of attraction has worked. How? I will share my personal story with you in some time. So that's a little bit of introduction about me. Now starting with the workshop in terms of the first part. What is the first part of the workshop? What is law of attraction? What is law of attraction? So what exactly is law of attraction? In simple words, it's the science of attracting what you want. It's the science of attracting what you want by vibrating at its exact frequency. By vibrating at its exact frequency. Don't worry if it sounds too complicated right now, it will become simple in some time. Okay? But let me give you a very simple definition of what is law of attraction through a story. How many of you remember the story of Genie and Aladdin and the Genie? Do you remember that? Yeah. So the whole story said that Aladdin found a lamp, right? And when he rubbed the lamp, what came out? The genie came out. And what was the genie's job? He would fulfill any wish that Aladdin had. Am I right? One different thing about my story or our story than Aladdin, that genie could fulfill how many wishes for Aladdin? Our genie can fulfill unlimited. That's one difference. But you also have a genie in your life. Would you want a genie? Yes. That's like not the world of logic, it's the world of magic. And if you want a genie, question is, where is that genie? So the story that I wrote in my book, The Law of Attraction, is that God actually gave human beings a genie. But everything has advantages, and one of the advantages was that the genie can do anything for you. But the disadvantages was, what if the genie comes in the wrong hands? You know, it's like the most powerful gun in the world. If it comes in the hands of a soldier, it can save a country. But if it comes in the hand of a terrorist, it can destroy a country, right? So God wanted to make sure that the genie is used by whom? Good people, not by bad people. So God thought, what can I do to make sure that this particular genie, which can fulfill how many wishes? Unlimited wishes. So very powerful, right? How can he make sure, how can God make sure that this genie is only found by good people? So he had to find a place to hide it. But he also wanted good people to find it. So it was tricky. He had to find a place which could be easily found by whom? Good people. But very difficult for whom? For bad people to find. So he thought a lot, and eventually he found a place. Where is that? Inside you. Inside human beings. Because God knows that whenever human beings want to find happiness, there is one thing people don't come and look at. Inside themselves. People always look for happiness on the outside. Am I right? Whether it's money, people look from the outside. Success, people look on the outside. Relationships, people look on the outside. Anything we want to attract in life, first thing we look on the outside. Most people don't look on the inside. And he said the best place to find is on the inside. So there is a genie in all of you. There is a genie in all of you. And we're going to give you access to that genie today. Here is something beautiful and yet dangerous at the same time. Beautiful is that the genie always fulfills your wishes without asking any questions. Without asking any questions. हमारे हिंदी में भी बोलते हैं कि हम सबके आसपास एक एंजल है, एक भगवान हमेशा हमारे साथ रहता है. The moment you say something, it says tathastu. Tathastu means what? So be it. So be it. Which means that anything you desire, so be it. The genie will not question you, are you sure you want it? How many of you use the Windows PC? Yeah? In Windows, when you delete something or when you remove something, it gives you a command and it asks you a question. What is that? Are you sure you want to delete? And it gives you two options. Yes or no. The genie will never ask you that question. If you want something bad in your life, the genie will not say, are you sure you want it? Yes or no? No, it doesn't give you a second chance. If you asked for it, it's going to give it to you. If you ask for something good, it's not going to ask you, are you sure? It's going to give it to you. So I also call the genie as the universe. As the universe. Or for me, the word universe is also another word for the word God. I will explain what God is in some time. Bhagwan, God. For me, that word is universe. Why? Because when we use the word God, it is very religious, right? फिर उसको कोई अल्लाह बोलेगा, उसको कोई भगवान बोलेगा, तो वो फिर religious concepts में खत्म हो जाती है बात. Somebody calls it God. So I have a universal word which everybody can relate to, which is what? Universe. So if you are attracting something from the universe will not question, are you sure you want it? It will just give it to you. That's the good news. Here is the bad news. What's the bad news? The dangerous news. Yeah, unfortunately, whatever bad you're asking is also coming true. Now here is the problem. Unfortunately and unconsciously, you are already using the genie all the time. You just don't know it. Law of attraction is not something that you will start working from today. Law of attraction has already been working in your life. रोज काम already कर रहा है. You just didn't know how to use it. Today onwards, you will learn how to use it consciously. But unconsciously, you have already been using law of attraction for a very, very long period in life. Here's a question. Are all of you thinking something? Yes or no? Yes. Are all of you feeling something? Yes. Are all of you taking some action in life? Then the law of attraction is working for you always. You can never say the law of attraction is not working. Some people after the workshop say law of attraction is not working for me. It's always working. It's always working. There is never a time the law of attraction doesn't work. The difference is, are you using it unconsciously or are you using it consciously? So unconscious is the subconscious, which means you don't know that you're using it. Now question is, if I give the most powerful weapon in the hands of a child, most powerful weapon in the world in the hands of a child, what is the problem? He doesn't know how to use it. So what can happen because of that? Can the child hurt himself? Yes or no? Some of you are hurting yourself using the law of attraction and you don't even know it. You will come to know where I am explaining how it actually is working in your life. But anything that's wrong happening in your life right now, because you are already using the law of attraction to hurt yourself. All the bad luck that you have, all the people whom you don't like, who are there in your life, are there some people in your life whom you don't like? And you're troubled about them? Yes or no? Yes. Here is the bad news. You invited them in your life. So who's the real culprit? Them or you? Actually, you're the real culprit, right? Because you invited them in your life. How? I will get to that part post tea break. How? I'll get to that part, so don't worry about that, okay? But that's the good and the bad news. The good news today is that from today onwards, once you understand how the law of attraction works, you'll be able to use that consciously. Once you're able to use that consciously, the first thing you will obviously do is you will stop misusing it. Am I right? See, if you know that there is a gun in your hands and if you know that hitting the trigger is going to shoot a bullet out of it, I think the first thing you will do is what? You will not point that gun at whom? Hopefully at yourself, right? And you will definitely not point it at the people you love. Yes or no? Yes. So the first thing you will automatically do is you will stop misusing law of attraction. Then the second thing you will start doing consciously is you will start using the law of attraction for your benefits, to now achieve the goals that you want, to attract the goals that you really have in your life. Ready for that? Yes. All right, so that's what, in short, is the genie. And we'll show you how to use the genie. But a little more understanding of what really law of attraction is and how really why really law of attraction works. Now, coming from what to why. What to why. Why does law of attraction work? The science behind why law of attraction works was actually explained to us in school, but we didn't really understand it. In school, there was a subject which we never focused on. It was called physics. Everybody remembers physics? Okay, don't get scared. I'm not teaching physics today. Okay, so physics had a lot of laws of energy that they spoke of. Most people don't remember anything about physics today, but there is one formula by Einstein everybody remembers. What is that? E equals mc square. अब ये बोल तो दिया, इसका मतलब क्या है? Nobody really understands what is the real meaning of E equals mc square. What it basically means is that the whole world, the whole universe is made of matter. Matter. Now, how do you qualify something for matter? If you remember school. But how do you qualify something for matter? Okay, which occupies space, time, and how do you know it is matter? You have to be able to perceive it through your senses. You have to be able to perceive it through your senses. What are our 5 senses? See, hear, touch, smell, taste, right? So we've got 5 senses. If you are able to perceive मतलब अगर आप उस चीज को experience कर सकते हो through your 5 senses or any one of these 5 senses, it qualifies to be called as matter. Now science says that sometimes you cannot perceive them between your 5 senses, it is still matter. Okay? For an example, the chair you are sitting on is what? It's materialistic, yes or no? So when we say the world is a materialistic world, it doesn't mean that the world is bad. Problem is, लोगों को लगता है materialistic मतलब लोग खराब हैं. नहीं, materialistic means people are made of matter. Scientifically, that's what the meaning is. Are you getting this? Yes. So the chair you are sitting on is what? Matter or materialistic. Okay, the pen you are holding, materialistic. It is made of matter. Your body, can you touch your body? Can you feel your body? Yes or no? Hopefully. So your body also qualifies to be called as matter or materialistic. All the goals you want to achieve in your life, car, money, relationships, people, all of that is what? Materialistic. Why do we call it materialistic? Because it is made of matter, right? So that's what we really mean by materialistic world or matter. Now science says, which we learnt in physics, hundreds and thousands of years ago, it's been qualified, it's been researched, it's been understood, that if you take a microscope and you put a matter below that microscope, you'll find that the matter is made of number of layers. What are those layers? How many of you remember those? Matter किस चीज से बना हुआ है? Microscope से अगर देखेंगे, what do you find inside it? So there are cells, and then inside that, nucleus, neutrons, protons, atoms, you'll find all of that, yes or no? Yes. Eventually, if you go below, if you keep going, if you keep researching, in school we learned that eventually matter equals dash. What is that dash? Energy. Write that down. Matter equals energy. Write that down. This is very important. Write it down. If you're watching this through the video, write it down. Matter equals energy. Now when we say matter equals energy, what does that mean? इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? Everything that is made of matter is eventually made of energy. Everything that is made of matter is eventually made of energy. For an example, the chair you're sitting on again, it's matter, which means it's made of energy. Your body is matter, which means it's made of. So everything is, by the way, is the air also matter? Because it's occupying space and time. And can you feel the air? You can breathe oxygen, yes or no? Yes. All of that is also matter, which is also made of energy, right? Bottom line is that all matter in the world is made of. That is why the formula, can you say the formula together loudly? Matter equals energy. Simple understanding of E equals mc square. Matter equals energy. Now you understand matter equals energy. Now let's understand something very important. Have you ever heard the word energies? Does this word grammatically exist? Energies. This word doesn't exist. Therefore, energy means singular. Energies means plural, which means many energies. Grammatically, if you go to dictionary, energies, this word doesn't exist. It's not grammatically correct. Why? There is a reason behind it. There are some laws of energy that we learnt in physics in school. Do you remember some laws of energy? The only law people remember is this law. Energy cannot be created, energy cannot be, it can only be transformed from, what is the meaning of this? Again, ratta mar liya. Okay, we'll come to this law, but there is another important law which is dependent and they are interconnected with this law. The first law of energy is the total amount of energy in the universe is always constant. So say this with me, the total amount of energy in the universe is always constant. What that means is, now if you look at the second law, it makes sense. It makes sense. What is the second law of energy which he was talking about? Energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed from one form. Let's take an example here. I have a water bottle here in my hands. Okay, right now this is plastic. So what form does it have right now? Liquid or solid? The bottle is solid right now. If I take this water bottle and I heat it, okay, I put it in, let's say I put it on fire. What will happen in 5, 7 minutes, 10 minutes? It will melt. Okay. If I keep heating it, it will convert into what form? Liquid form. Does it mean the bottle is dead? No. Scientifically, yeah, only what has changed? The state or the form of the bottle has changed. What it means is, science has discovered that the total amount of energy in the universe is always constant. This energy cannot be created, it cannot be destroyed, it can only be transformed from let's say the solid form to liquid form. Can it again be transformed from the liquid form to solid form? Or a gas form? Yeah, gas form it can. So for an example, if you keep burning liquid, it evaporates, yes or no? Does it mean it's disappeared? No, you can't see it, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It is only in the form of gas now, right? But it is still there. So that energy is somewhere in the universe right now. Am I right so far? That's what physics meant by saying the total amount of energy in the universe is always constant. And that is why the second law came that said the energy cannot be created, neither can it be. It can only be transformed from one form to another form. Another law of energy was there which said that energy with the same frequency attracts each other. Energy with the same frequency attracts each other. Can you repeat that with me? Energy with the same frequency attracts each other. For an example, when this science was discovered, by the way, was this science created or was it discovered? That is why it's called a law, it's not a rule. It wasn't created by man. We just discovered it. For an example, tree is green. Did we create that or we discovered that? We discovered that, we didn't create that. So energy with the same frequency attracts each other is a law which works in which part of the world? Globally, it works universally, yes or no? So it's a universal law of attraction, which means that energy with the same frequency will always attract each other. Here are some, when science discovered this law, a lot of inventions happened after that which changed our life, which changed our world. Can you tell me what were some of the initial inventions that happened? Which were called magic earlier, but because of this discovery in science, it was then called science. Light, for an example. They figured out a way to take electrical pulses and transform them into light. Okay, that was science. Wheel was a little different. That was more physics and other dynamics. Radio. What is radio? How does radio work? It's sound energy taken and being able to transfer that energy from one place to another. Yes or no? The first time somebody heard a radio probably must have got scared. Because hearing a voice from a box, people didn't understand that. People looked at it as magic. But actually it was not magic, it was science until you understand it. See, if anything you don't understand, you call it magic. Once you understand it, you call it science, right? So radio was discovered, then telephone was discovered. Again, what is a telephone? It's nothing but energy vibrating at the same frequency and attracting each other. For an example, all of you have got your mobile phones. When you dial a number, do you know that you don't dial a number? Actually, in your language, you dial a number, but technically speaking, scientifically speaking, you don't dial a number. You dial a frequency. Am I right? So when you dial that frequency, so let's say my number is 1234. When you dial that number from your phone, whom will it connect to? It will connect to me, yes or no? Because it's working on which law? Energy with the same frequency will attract each other. Say that again.
Energy with the same frequency will attract each other.
Has this been working for the last 1,000 years? Yes or no? It always works. Radio works on that, TV works on that, phone works on that, our entire life works on that. Multiple inventions happened based on that. Okay? Here is something amazing as a discovery, by the way. When I said that the total amount of energy in the universe is always constant, it was also discovered that the energy between you and me is not different, it's the same energy, and that's why the word energies doesn't exist. It's only energy, singular. So question is this then, here is a curious question. First question, you are made of what?
Energy.
I am made of what?
Energy.
So why do we look different? Now people who are repeating the workshop don't answer. If you are also energy, if I am also energy, we should look the same, right? Why do we look different? Why is the manifestation different, scientifically? The answer is,
we work at different frequencies.
we have a different form, we have a different manifestation of our state, what you were calling state of either solid state or liquid state. Your state is different, my state is different, your form is different, my form is different, which means the look is different because we both vibrate at a certain frequency. We both vibrate at a certain frequency, and that frequency creates that form. Like the bottle is vibrating at a certain frequency, yes or no? Say energy is always vibrating, say that again. Energy is always vibrating at a certain frequency, say that again. So if you again see this bottle, do you right now see it vibrating? Or is it stable? You can see it stable, but does it mean it's not vibrating? It is. If you see through a microscope, a powerful enough microscope, you'll realize that the energy inside is never stable. It's always vibrating. So there is another saying that says that the only constant in the world is change. वो सिर्फ philosophy नहीं है. The only constant in the world is change, they say, because energy is always vibrating. It is never constant. It keeps changing. There is a certain frequency it keeps vibrating at. Okay? So if energy with the same frequency attract each other, then in that case, and if your energy is the same and my energy is the same, I'm going to ask you that question again. Why do you look different and why do I look different? I just gave you the answer. Because your frequency is different and my frequency is different. So for an example, give me names of two radio channels that work in Pune for an example. 93.5. What is that? What channel is that? Radio 1? Red FM. That's Red FM. And then what is Radio 1? 91.1. Both of them are made of energy. Hi. Both of them are made of energy. But why are both the channels playing different songs? Both the channels have different frequencies. Yes or no? That is the only difference between these two channels. But basically both channels work on what? Energy and a certain frequency. So now coming to something very interesting here. Something very, very interesting of why law of attraction really, really works, okay? This is going to blow your mind, so listen carefully. You are made of what? I am made of what? Everything in the world is made of what?
Energy.
So what is God? Different energy or same energy? Is it energies or is it energy? So is God also the same energy as me?
Yes.
So what is the only difference between me and God?
Frequency.
That's it. In spiritual language, it's called, the frequency word is called as consciousness. In spiritual language, it's called consciousness. So what they mean is, some people vibrate at a low consciousness, some people vibrate at a higher consciousness. So God is nothing but a high level of consciousness. That is why in spirituality, they say, it's not about achieving something, it's just about being conscious. That's why they also called it the awakening of being conscious all the time. That's why spiritual people, when they say enlightened, it always means about being where? Being where? Being present, being present, being present. Because when you're present, it means you're conscious. When you're not present, it means you're unconscious. So awakening or being spiritual is all about being present. Consciousness, the higher your consciousness, basically means the higher your what? Frequency. So the word frequency in spiritual is called as consciousness. Okay? So what is the difference between you and God? Why are you different and why is God different right now? First question, are you different at the energy level? No, it's the same energy. It's the same energy. So then why are we still different? What is different? The frequency is different. Okay? But even though the frequency is different, is the energy the same? So can I say, first question, can God do everything? Okay, can God do anything? Yes or no? If God wants to suddenly create magic and destroy the world, can the God do that? If God wants to create another world, can God do that? If God has that power, who has that power? You have that power too. I have that power too. Because we and God are the same. Aham Brahmasmi, which means what? I am God. In Bhagavad Gita it says if you want to find God, where should you find God? It is not a philosophy, it's a science. Krishna was the biggest physician in the world. I'm not joking. He was the biggest physician in the world. Things that Einstein and people like Thomas Edison discovered in laws of energy thousands of years later was written thousands of years earlier in Bhagavad Gita. Every religious in the book in the world says the same things. Yes or no? Yes. You go find a Quran, you go find a Bhagavad Gita, you find a Bible, it says exactly the same thing. But let's clarify that. When I read the Bhagavad Gita and I read some things, I had already done a lot of research on law of attraction and the laws of energy. I found that the laws of energy which Einstein had written or Thomas Edison had written or the whole physics community had written was word by word written in Bhagavad Gita. Not similar. What am I saying? Word by word was written exactly the same. For an example, energy cannot be created, energy cannot be, it can only be transformed from. The exact words are in Bhagavad Gita. How? So what does that mean? If you translate in Hindi, exact words of Bhagavad Gita in Hindi is what?
So Atma cannot be destroyed.
First thing it says is you are not matter, you are energy. तुम सिर्फ इंसान नहीं हो, तुम आत्मा भी नहीं हो, तुम क्या हो? परमात्मा हो. Paramatma means God. So the same energy of God is inside you. What was the next part? ना आपको जला सकते हैं, हाँ ना आत्मा जन्म लेती है, ना उसकी मृत्यु होती है, उसका सिर्फ क्या होता है? एक जन्म से दूसरे जन्म रूप बदलता है. Exact words in Bhagavad Gita. Exact words. Another statement in Bhagavad Gita says, Jaisi Karni. What it really means is like attracts like. Socho. Like attracts like, which means energy at the same frequency will attract each other. Right? What we are saying is, the total amount of energy in the universe is always constant. Why do I say that? हम में से कितने लोगों को याद है, in Bhagavad Gita, if you saw the serial Bhagavad Gita, there is a scene in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna opens his mouth and what do you see? The entire universe inside him, right? That's actually true scientifically. I'll tell you why. Science has discovered that one atom energy has enough potential in it, which is equals to the entire universal energy. Now how do we know that? Nuclear bombs are what? Atoms colliding with each other. That's why it's called a nuclear bomb or an atom bomb. Yes or no? Yes. When they collide with each other, the destruction is crazy because it has so much power, it has so much potential. Alright? So scientifically it is true that all of us have the exact same energy that God does. It's not philosophy, it's scientifically true. You have the same energy inside you that God is made of, the same DNA. You know, some people are very jealous of people from the Bill Gates family. Thinking that, array, he's born in that family, that bloodline, that DNA line. But listen, all of us are from the same bloodline. all of us are from the same energy, the same DNA, the same God energy. Yes or no? That is why spiritual people never try to hurt somebody else. Why is that? Yeah. Because spiritually they say that when you're hurting somebody else, whom are you really hurting? And how are you hurting yourself?
By hurting others.
Because, and by hurting others, why are you hurting yourself? What's the logic behind it? Because you're the same. It's like, see, it's like this. Look at this room right now. There is this end of the room and there is that end of the room. If I break the tile in this end of the room, do you think it has an impact on the other end of the room? Do you think it has an impact on the overall structure of this room? Yes or no? Yes. Now look at you and me as this room. You may be staying in Mumbai, I may be staying in Pune, it doesn't matter. But when something happens to me, it has a vibrational impact on you somewhere. Yes or no? Yes. So when I'm angry with you, I'm not really angry with you, I'm angry with whom? So a lot of spiritual people say forgive people. Why? Because you're not forgiving them. You're forgiving yourself. That is why forgiveness is never for others. It's always for yourself. In forgiving others, you forgive yourself. Have you heard that? In forgiving others, you forgive yourself. That's not philosophy, it's scientific. Because when you give them positive energy, guess whom that positive energy comes to? Back to yourself. You've also heard the philosophy that says, what you give is what comes back to you. Yes or no? Yes. What you give is what you get. Scientifically true, not a philosophy. If you're going to give hatred in the world, what comes back to you? How many of you know that everybody is actually scared of becoming monk, or everybody is actually scared of becoming, let's say, a sadhu? Like right now, a friend of mine, her brother is interested in meditation a lot, to the extent that he doesn't want to work. He wants to meditate the whole day. Now what comes to your mind the moment I told you this? Is it a good thing or a problem? Be honest.
Problem.
You say it's a problem. Actually, what's the problem with that?
Because he wants to detach himself from the worldly.
Most people see it as a problem. Actually, it's not a problem, it's a benefit. I'll tell you how. Do you know that Gautam Buddha, when he was sitting at one place and meditating, do you know why he was meditating? He knew the science. That when he's peaceful, it impacts the whole world. And there's a scientific research on this. A part in US, a small city in US, did this research. They got about some 100 monks together. You know monks? Monastery में जो रहते हैं, उनको साथ में लाया और एक hall में बिठा के उनको meditate करवाया. Before they started the meditation, before that happened, they did a research on the crime ratio of that city. Then they did the meditation, only for one day. And when you say one day, does it mean 10 hours? No, just an hour or two. For one day, for a couple of hours, they did the meditation. Then they did the research again. In the next 1 month, the crime ratio had dropped by 15%. It's a true story. This is a true story. You can go and look at Google. Our energy is always impacting the energy around you. Okay? So question is this. If God can do anything, what can you do? Hello? Does God deserve everything? Hello? Yes. So who deserves everything? Exactly. And is this a philosophy or is there a science behind it now? Science. There is science, because you and God are made of exactly the same energy. Now the only difference is, what is the difference between you and God right now? The only difference is what? Frequency. We'll show you how to change your frequency. We'll show you how to control your frequency. We'll talk to you about what is the science behind the way a radio can be controlled to attract a particular what? Frequency. Your body, your mind can be used to control your frequency and attract a particular frequency. Okay? For an example, do you think right now in the room there is some positive frequency?
Yes.
Is there also some negative frequency? A very scientific understanding. Is there some positive bacteria in the room right now? You know, when we are breathing. Are there also some negative bacteria in the room which we can't see? Yes or no? Are there always positive and negative bacteria in every environment? Yes or no? Yes. Now what happens is, sometimes you come inside a room or a restaurant and some people instantly get impacted with that energy and they start sneezing. Does that happen to somebody? Yes. But there are some people who don't get impacted. Scientifically, if you ask a doctor, the doctor, I go to the same restaurant, I start feeling cold, my wife doesn't feel cold. What will the doctor say? What is the difference between you and your wife? Immune system. The resistance of your immune system is the difference. Yes or no? Yes. In my language, it's the frequency. अगर कुछ लोगों को नजर लगती है, it's because their immune is down. Think about it. The frequency is down. When your frequency is down or negative, or if your immune system is weak, will any kind of negative bacteria impact you? If your system is weak, yes or no? If your system is powerful, if your system is strong, do you think negative bacteria can impact you easily? No, it cannot. It will just pass by you and it will have zero impact on you. Similarly, if your frequency is right, there are always negative people around you, yes or no? But they will not impact you. If they are impacting you, what does that mean? Does that mean they are bad, or does it mean your immune is weak? Your immune is weak, which in our language means what is down? Frequency is down, or frequency is negative right now. Okay? So if you say like attracts like, say that again.
Like attracts like.
What that really means is energy with the same frequency attracts each other. So if energy with the same frequency attracts each other, then what we are saying is, if I'm feeling bad, what will I attract? If I'm feeling good, I will attract goodness. That's how it really works, and that's why it really works. So that's why I wanted to explain the why part to you first. Now question is, how many of you heard the philosophy that says you are responsible for your life? Now is that a philosophy or is there science now? How is it a science? Tell me. Good. So first statement, you create your own frequency. Say that together. You create your own frequency. Now say, I create my own frequency.
I create my own frequency.
Next step. So first is I create my own frequency. What happens next? The moment I create a frequency, the law starts working. What is the law? What is the law again? Energy with the same frequency will, which is like attracts like. And am I creating my frequency somewhere in my life? Yes or no?
Yes.
Because, and by the way, if my frequency is down, it means I'm not taking care of my health. It means my immune system is weak. Yes or no?
Yes.
How many of you know that there are people who are at the age of 80s and 90s and are extremely healthy? Are you aware of people like that?
Yes.
But some people are not. In fact, most people are not healthy at that age. Do you know why?
Immune system, their frequency.
But does that mean they are born with a weak immune system?
No.
They don't take care of their immune system.
With the lifestyle.
Yeah, the kind of lifestyle they have. There's a lady in US who wanted to run a marathon at the age of 85. Marathon. It was like some 20 kilometers. They said you are not allowed. Why?
Your age.
As per your age, you're not qualified. If something happens to you, we are responsible. And if you know, people in US are very careful about all these legal issues, right? And they didn't allow her. Guess what she did? She ran. And here is the best part. She won the race. She was ahead of anybody. So they couldn't give her the official award, but they still they kind of still honored her with a special award saying that she still won the race. What I'm trying to say is, what is the difference between this lady and everybody else? And was she born with an amazing immune system? Listen, physically speaking, you and I are born with the same body. Yes or no?
Yes.
It's your immune system which you can take control of through the right habits, the right food habits, the right exercise and all that. Am I right? Similarly, your mind has its own frequency, has its own immune system. If you're attracting all the wrong things in your life, it's not because you're living in a difficult environment. It's not because you're living in a difficult environment, but because your frequency is bad. Are there people who are given the best in their environment and still lose everything? Are there examples of people who are rich from the time they are born and they still spoil their life? Yes. Give me examples. Rahul Gandhi. This is going to go on video, be careful. Okay. Anybody else? Vijay Mallya, born in a rich family, totally spoiled it. People like Rahul Gandhi, they're not able to do what they're really supposed to do with their potential. Yes or no? Doesn't mean that their environment was not supporting them. In fact, in these people's case, they were born with the ideal environment of life. Yes or no? Yes. If their immune system is weak, they're just going to attract negativity from somewhere in their life. And then life will not work for them and they will not succeed. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Are there people who are born in the absolute diverse environment, which means environment which is completely against them, and they still made it big in life? Yes. Give me examples. Mahendra Singh Dhoni came from a very humble family. Today he's a legend. Dhoni is a legend today. Yes or no? Yes. Obama. Narendra Modi comes from a very humble background. Very, very, very humble background. But he's the what today? Of our country. He's the leader of our country simply because that's his frequency. Okay? Do you think he had negative people around him?
Yes.
Why didn't he get impacted?
Because
His immune system is very strong. Okay? How many of you got impacted by demonetization? Be honest. How many of you felt कि नहीं थोड़ा फर्क पड़ा है demonetization से अपनी life पे? Some of you did. Actually, only those people got impacted whose frequency was down. And I'll prove it to you by giving you certain examples in some time. My best friend's business went down by 50%. By 50%. Okay? I called him up and I took his entire 1 hour lesson on the phone. He's in Rajasthan, I'm in Pune. He knows law of attraction, he's done my workshop. So I called him up and I told him, everything that's going wrong in your life right now, you know what is the reason? The first thing he said was demonetization. I said, you need to really learn back law of attraction. It's not because of demonetization, it's because of your frequency is down. Whenever the market is down, are there people making money? Yes. Somebody is making money, yes or no? Yes. Why are those people making money? They are still vibrating in the right? So whatever little bacteria that is around them which is positive, they attract it. So I called this guy up, I gave him a nice bashing because he's my best friend and I said, क्या कर रहा है तू पागल है क्या? You're using your genie to tell you कि मुझे बर्बाद कर दे. And हो भी रहा है. और blame universe को कर रहा है. Universe is not to be blamed. You are asking for it. The universe will not ask, are you sure, yes or no? Universe will simply give it to you. Universe will say what? Tathastu. So I called him up, took a 1 hour class with him. This was how long was the demonetization back? 1.5 months. Just a month or so, right? From that time till this time, I spoke to him 1 month ago. In 10 days, this guy's business had gone down to 50%. 10 days. This was 1 month ago. I spoke to him. I got a call from him yesterday evening. You can look at my phone. On my WhatsApp, there's a photograph. Here is what has happened. He just bought a BMW X3 yesterday. And I'll tell you how. He's been manifesting a BMW for the last 2 years. 2 years. He wanted an X3 for the last 2 years. But BMW X3 comes to about 55 lakhs, 60 lakhs or so, okay, on road, depending on the state. Yesterday, 2-3 days ago, somehow he said he was sitting with somebody on dinner. Okay, so it's like what's your name? Ashish. Let's say he's sitting with Ashish and Ashish is telling him, yaar, I was trying to buy this BMW, but deal nahi hui. He says, what do you mean deal nahi hui? He says, there is this guy who's very rich. He's got 6 cars in his house. He's a billionaire. His father died who had an X3. And the car is only 1 year old. Only ran 60,000 kilometers and the EMI is also still on. Car doesn't have a scratch. So my friend Manish generally asked him, so why didn't you buy it? He says he did not negotiate the right price for me. There was a conflict for 50,000 rupees. 50,000 rupees. So Ashish said, nahi, mujhe nahi chahiye. Wo, sometimes in ego people don't buy something. Does that happen to you sometimes? Yes. So Ashish said, nahi, mujhe nahi kharidni. Now Manish heard this conversation and he said, kaun hai? So Ashish, let's say, said the name. What's your name? Vivek. Now here is what happened. Manish heard the name Vivek and he said, kaun sa Vivek? What's your last name? Jadhav. He said, Vivek Jadhav? बोले हाँ, अरे यार उसने तो मेरे शोरूम से किचन लगवाया. Manish actually does a business also of chemicals and also he creates modular kitchens for people. Okay, so Vivek actually was his client, so he knew Vivek. So he said, okay, let me call Vivek and see if he's still interested in selling. He called Vivek. Vivek and Ashish were negotiating for 21 lakhs, and Ashish wanted 20 lakhs 50,000. Okay. Manish got the car yesterday for 19 lakhs. Is this the world of logic or magic? This is magic. What's the rule number 1? If you really ask me, how did this really in detail happen? Can I really tell you? I don't know how. I don't know how Manish sat with the exact right person. I don't know how Manish thought of calling the exact next person. I don't know how that person got what thought in his mind and why he did not give that car to him for 50,000 rupees and how he gave him 1.5 lakhs less to my friend. I don't know how. I don't know the details, but I know one thing. Manish attracted this. Somewhere his frequency was working at that level. Yes or no? That's how things come to you. 20 days ago, 20 or 25 days ago, a girl called Sfurti came to my place for coaching after reading the Law of Attraction book. She came home. She was disastrously upset. She was depressed. She had already had a couple of breakups and relationships were just not working for her. Yesterday, incidentally, she messaged me. She actually called Indu. I couldn't speak to her. She called Indu. She's getting engaged on the 18th of February. 25 days ago, she comes home. It's not a coincidence that suddenly she's getting engaged. She couldn't find a life partner for so long, and now suddenly she gets the right person to get married to. Is this a coincidence? I mean, how many things can be coincidences? She started now using the law of attraction, not unconsciously. How? Consciously. Okay? So now are you understanding that I am responsible for my life, or you are responsible for my life? This statement is not philosophy. It is what? It is scientific. When we vibrate at a certain frequency, we automatically attract that in our life. Okay? That is my biggest learning from this. What I want you to do right now is answer 2 questions to your partner. Try to speak to people whom you've come with. Because when you go away from here, I want you to continue talking to them about the law of attraction language. Okay? First question. Whatever you've learned so far, what's your learning? My biggest learning from this is that I'm responsible for everything that happens in my life. Everything that happens in my life, I'm responsible, and I now understand the science behind it. Second question. Can you give some examples to your partner which proves what I have said is true? Some examples of like attracts like. Are there some positive things that you've attracted in your life unconsciously because you were vibrating at the right frequency? And now that I'm telling you, you'll remember some. Are there also some negative examples in your life which now you realize that those negative things happened in your life simply because you were actually vibrating at that frequency? Yes or no? You didn't know it then, but now you know that. Whatever that example is, share it with your partner. Because only when you remember that example that, yeah, actually that was the phase of my life and I was constantly talking negative and I was vibrating at a negative frequency, no matter this thing happened with me. Now I understand why that happened. That's your learning, that's your realization. Once that happens, then we'll get into the details of how to use law of attraction to stop that negative attraction and start new positive attraction. We'll get into details of that. I'll also share some more stories from my life, and there are some people sitting here. I'll tell them to share their stories with you. But in the meantime, talk to your partners about these 2 things. 1, what's your major learning so far? What's your understanding so far? And 2, give some examples of your personal life where you now understand how did you attract some positive things in your life and some negative things in your life. Okay? Go for it. We've completed so far the what part of it. Share with each other what's your learning. Write down for yourself in the video. What have you learned so far? Time up, time up, time up, time up, time up. All right, so firstly, what I want you to again do is, with the person sitting on your left and your right, you give them a high five and you tell them, from now onwards, I'm a magician. Come on. Come on that side also. All right. Also tell the other person, you are a magician. Both ways. All right. Can some of you share some examples of what have you learned so far? What's your understanding so far based on whatever we've learned? Anybody? Whatever you shared with your partner, what did you learn so far? What's your best learning? Yeah. Which is?
Always you're sponsoring what is negative. Yes. Whether it is going to happen or not. We are in this state.
Correct.
होएगा नहीं होएगा या होना चाहिए.
I was about to say
that is what my.
Yeah. So, and whenever we are constantly worried about how things will happen, what's the frequency? Negative. So what will we attract? No wonder things don't happen when we are worried about them. Right? There is this movie of a spy. And he was a Russian spy. This movie was recently, I forgot the name of the movie.
Bridge of Spies.
Bridge of Spies? Yeah, Bridge of Spies. So he's a Russian spy, and there's a spy from US who's talking to him and asking, actually he's an advocate, he's a lawyer, and he's talking to him and asking him, aren't you worried they're going to kill you? And the Russian spy gives a very interesting answer. He says, will it help? I don't mind getting worried, but will it help? And in the entire movie, he repeats that many times. He says, will it help? A time comes when they were going to, so the US had captured this Russian spy, and they were going to now give him over back to Russians, and in exchange they were going to take a US spy back from Russia. So it was an exchange going on in that movie. And there's a scene in the end where the Russian spy is standing and the US lawyer is standing with him. And the Russian spy tells this guy that I know they're going to kill me. They're probably not going to leave me. So he says, then aren't you worried? He says the same thing. Will it help? Listen, anyways, things will happen the way they happen, right?
Yes.
At least we can manage our frequency. Yes. How to really manage your frequency? We are getting into that now. But before we get into that, let's get into some stories about some important people who are sitting around us right now, of how they have used law of attraction and what have they got in their life so far. So, old participants who wants to share, raise your hands. Old participants who wants to share. You want to share? Yeah, go ahead.
बेसिकली जैसे अभी कभी कभी गुड थिंग्स भी रहते हैं, बैड थिंग्स भी रहते हैं. जैसे अपन कोई भी चीज़ के लिए वरीड रहते हैं, जैसे लोन रहता है, वो चीज़ के अपन ज़्यादा वरी करते हैं, इसलिए वो चीज़ ज़्यादा बढ़ते जाती है.
करेक्ट.
उसी के लिए मतलब जैसे सर पे लोन रहता है, तो वही चीज़ बार बार जैसे कि EMI कैसे भरेंगे या फिर कैसे मनी अरेंज होगा, फिर वो चीज़ जैसे जैसे बढ़ती जा रही है. और उसी के अगर बाहर आना रहेगा तो वो मतलब EMI के लिए पैसे कैसे अरेंज होंगे, वैसे चीज़ें अट्रैक्ट करने के लिए स्टार्ट किया तो वैसे वैसे चीज़ें के लिए इजीली वे मिलते गया.
So you actually use law of attraction for yourself?
Yes.
तो क्या हुआ?
So actually जैसे कि मतलब जहाँ पे भी मतलब EMI भरना था, स्टार्टिंग में ऐसा होता था कि EMI के लिए पैसे अरेंज करना पड़ता था. लेकिन बाद में ऐसा हुआ कि मनी इजीली मुझे प्रॉफिट से या फिर जैसे भी मेरा इनकम हो रहा है उसमें से मैं पूरा अरेंज करने स्टार्ट हो गया.
करेक्ट.
सो इट टोटली मतलब इजीली होना स्टार्ट हो गया.
अभी लोन चालू है कि खत्म हो गया?
लोन चालू है लेकिन उसका जो भी EMI इजीली जा रहा है.
इजीली जा रहा है. पहले स्ट्रगल हो रहा था.
पहले मतलब बहुत स्ट्रगल हो रहा था.
You see that? Who did that? He did that. Do you think suddenly the market worked in his favor? No. Do you think suddenly God came and said, "Daya aa gayi, bhai, chal, take some good luck for your side"? No. Who created his good luck? He created his good luck. Who avoided his bad luck? He avoided his bad luck by changing his frequency. Let's give him a big hand. Very good. Very good. Very good. Any other old participants wants to share some example? What have you already attracted in your life? What has already worked? But there are like 8-10 people sitting here who've already repeated the workshop. Come on, guys. Yeah, okay.
Actually, I used my law of attraction. I wanted to become an SAP corporate trainer, but I didn't get a chance because when you go for the institutions, they will ask you for the certifications for your post-graduation skills. But right now, I'm just a graduate, so they won't give me the chance as a SAP corporate trainer. But I'm trying. So I got a call from UK. From Generic Technologies, and I got the chance eventually. I just applied like that, and I applied the law of attraction for it. I have a trust on that, and recently, by yesterday only or day before only, I got a contract signed from that.
Whoa, so you're going to UK? Wow. Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. Come on, guys, congratulations. Good, 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 good. Okay, so you also raised your hand, Shweta. You wanted to share something?
There are many examples in my life, positive examples. Because of law of attraction, I attracted many good things in my life.
Take any one big thing as an example.
Yeah, when I was, 10 years ago actually, within 1 year, I purchased 2 big cars, one for my father and one for myself, and even I repay all the loan within 1 year. That time I was just earning 50,000 or something. I was just an employee, and it was just impossible dream for me that time. But when I attended the Mitesh workshop, and I learned how to apply law of attraction, it really works amazingly. Within a month or so, I just attracted all
Whatever she wanted, yeah. So her dream was to get a car.
Yeah.
Not only did she get 1 car, she got 2 cars.
Yes.
And the best part is she paid off the loan.
Yes.
So now those cars are completely owned by her.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Let's give her a big hand for that. Within 1 year. Within 1 year. Right? Super. Guys, congratulations. Okay. So we'll give some more chance to some more people. Want to share a very, very amazing example from my life. One of the best examples from my life. I wanted to start my career as a corporate trainer. And before that, so I didn't have much experience at that time. This story is 12 years ago. Very old story, but one of the most powerful stories of my life. And I had an idea about creating a website called trainersinfo.com. My idea was I wanted to go and collect the database of all the trainers in Pune, and I wanted to put it up as information. That time, Just Dial was not available. What is Just Dial? You can find information for anything, right? That time Just Dial was not available. So I thought how nice it would be if all corporate companies could simply find information of all trainers in one place, right? So I started meeting trainers and I said, would you be interested in a website like this? I'm creating this website. All you have to do is you give me 500 rupees and I will invest the rest. My idea was if I go to 100 trainers with 500 rupees investment, how much money do I have? I have enough money at least to create the website. Yes or no? Yes. Then I thought we'll take it up from there. So I started meeting people, a lot of people showed interest. In the bargain, I met a very important man. His name was Anand. So Anand stayed at FC Road. So Anand said, I'll definitely invest. He gave me 500 rupees also. And generally we started talking. And he said, what's your key interest? So I said, eventually I want to become a corporate trainer, which means I want to be a trainer for corporate companies, not open workshops like these. So he said, I know a company which is very powerful in corporate trainings. And he said the name of the company is called as Manford Alliance. I said, good, give me the number. I'll probably try and apply with them because maybe I can join them. So I got the number from him. He said the franchisee owner of Manford Alliance in Pune is his very close friend. His name is Manish Ghanekar. So he gave me the number of this gentleman and I called him up and I said, Manish, I got your number from whom? You remember the name? Anand. I got the number from Anand and he said, you're looking for trainers, can I come and join you? He said, yeah, actually we are looking for people, why don't you come for an interview tomorrow? So I went for an interview next day. They took 2 rounds of interviews and I was surprised, very effortlessly, very easily they selected me for corporate trainer position. Now, this is not the real story, here's the real story. After I was cleared from the interview and I actually joined the job, about 3-4 days after that, outside the office cabin area, there was a little terrace area in our office. So I and Manish were standing in the terrace area and we were talking. And Manish asked me a very curious question. He said, how do you know Anand? I said, you never asked me this in the interview. He says, yeah, that's what I was thinking. How do you really know my friend? So I said, well, I had this idea of trainersinfo.com and I was meeting him for that process and he gave me your number. He said, hold, where did you meet him? I said, FC Road office. He said, FC Road office? And then he did this. I said, what happened? He said, there's a big confusion. I said, what confusion? He said, and he was totally shocked. He took 2 minutes to answer and he said that 3-4 days earlier, I was traveling from Bangalore to Pune by flight. He and the owner of Manford Alliance. And the owner of Manford Alliance told him, there is a trainer in Pune, I really like him, I have given him your number, don't even interview him, just final him. Okay. Listen, the owner's name is also Anand. Owner's name is Anand David. Okay. I still don't remember the second name of this Anand. Manish said, did you meet Anand David? I said, no, I met this Anand on FC Road. He said, now I remember, I know that guy, but that's not the owner of this company. I said, so did you hire me because of Anand David? He said, yes. I said, now you hired me. And he said, no, don't worry, the interview was good, but he said, my main reason of hiring you was because of Anand David. And anyways, we had a good relationship after that, we worked well. Incidentally, it happened that about a year after that, for some reason that franchisee closed down, and then I had an option of either to work with Manish individually or start my own company. I started my own company and rest is history. After 12 years, here is where I am. And the journey started there. But what's the rule number 1? If you ask me details of how I thought of that website and how that website got me to that Anand without the second name, and how during that time that guy spoke to Manish, Anand David spoke to Manish in that flight, and exactly at that time he told him that another trainer is coming to him. Exactly that time I called Manish, took the same name Anand, Manish hired me and didn't even ask me the second name during the interview and asked me after 3 days of being cleared from the interview. I don't know how this happens. Don't ask me how. This is not the world of logic. This is the world of magic. But a little part of the logic I can tell you. I was vibrating at the right frequency. I knew I wanted to be a corporate trainer. I became a corporate trainer. I started attracting the right opportunities to myself. I just had to be ready for them. Is that right? I'll give you more details on how it works. It's not as simple as this. But these are some examples of how magic can really, really happen in your life. So are you ready? Yeah, questions?
Incidents happened. Did you sort of used to practice this law of attraction?
Yeah, of course.
Or it was unconscious?
No, it was very much consciously practiced law of attraction. In fact, the interesting part, since Shri is, by the way, one of our family friends, interesting part, you know Indu, so because of that I'll share the story with you. I started learning law of attraction as a teenager. And the first book I read about it, write down the name of this book, it's called The Silva Mind Control. Okay, it's a beautiful book. And being a teenager, and I was a very lazy guy, okay, fairly say I still am a lazy guy, but lazy people always look for what? Shortcuts, easy things, right? So I was looking for this amazing book which could show me some magic to achieve things and success in my life. One day I was crossing by this area in Deccan. On FC Road, there is a small lane, Hong Kong Lane? Hong Kong Lane, do you know Hong Kong Lane? So I was passing by and there are two bookstores there. One bookstore only sells brand new books and the other one inside sells only second-hand books. So I was crossing by that store and I saw this book called The Silva Mind Control. What do you think attracted me? Mind control. So I said, kuch to hoga. And I took the book, I read it, and that's where I learned about law of attraction for the first time. Very scientific understanding of law of attraction. But the problem was, it was so good to be true, I got scared to use it. But what I didn't do is I did not stop reading it. So I kept reading and I read about 100 odd books on law of attraction, did a lot of research. But I did the same mistake some of you will do. You'll learn it, but you'll not use it. Believe me, I have done that. A lot of you will do that. I'll tell you why. Because when you go away from here, you feel, nahi yaar, ye bahut zyada magic hai. Aisa hota nahi hai. It's too good to be true. And I didn't use it for many years. But I knew everything about it. Now, I wanted to become a trainer. So what happened incidentally is friends used to sit with me and I would talk about law of attraction. They used to like it. So they said, yaar, aur hum logon ko leke aate hain to humko sabko sikhayega kya? I said, sure. And I became a trainer. So one day, I was attending a workshop of a gentleman in Pune called Dr. Arora. Anybody's heard? Yeah. And there I met my wife Indu. She was also attending. And that time, I was creating a guest workshop to sell law of attraction workshop. Like today I do it for free, but that time I used to sell it. And I invited Indu to that guest session just to impress her. I was trying to flirt with her. The best way to attract her was to show her how good I speak and all, right? So I invited her for my session. Now here is the worst part. I called her to that guest seminar to impress her, right? In that seminar, only 3 people came. And like, it was a total disaster. Half an hour the seminar got over, obviously. And nobody registered out of those 3 people. But anyways, so the real story is after that, I and Indu went to Dhole Patil Road that day. There, you know this place, Madhuban? Yes. So opposite there, that time there used to be a cafe coffee day. We were sitting there and we were having coffee and Indu asked me a very interesting question, which nobody had ever asked me. She said, you know so much about law of attraction. Why are you not successful? And I was really struggling that time. And then I realized that I knew law of attraction, but I wasn't using because I didn't really believe in it. Somewhere you have to start believing in magic for magic to work for you. Then I started working on it. I started using it. And that's where with Indu's help, I got this first job with Manfred Allianz. So, and there are many, many stories. I'll share more. In fact, I and Indu, when we got along together in a relationship as an affair, when we wanted to get married, Indu, we are from a Marwadi family. Incidentally, I and Indu both are Marwadis. It wasn't planned. It's a love marriage, so it just coincidentally happened that way. And when in Marwadis, marriage doesn't happen without matching horoscope, patrika, right? So my mother saw Indu's patrika. Now there were a couple of other problems. Indu is 7 years elder to me, which in a Marwadi family is a big no-no. Plus, she was a divorcee, another big problem in Marwadi families. But my mom was like, chalo theek hai, if you love her so much, let me see if the patrika matches. And she said, Indu is a Manglik. Now if you know a little bit about horoscope, a Manglik cannot marry a non-Manglik. Is that right? Yeah. So mom said, no, it cannot work out. Absolute no. She said, you are not getting married to this person. The reason they say is that if a non-Manglik gets married to a Manglik, the chances are the non-Manglik person dies within 1 year of marriage. That's what they say. I am not sure of it. But I said, okay, fair enough, then we'll not get married. I'll tell you one honest fact, which now I have told Indu. I was happy about it. Because I really didn't want to get married that time. Most boys are scared of marriage, by the way. They won't tell you, but the fact is most boys are very scared of marriage. So I was very scared of marriage and I said, chalo, achha hi hua jo hua. And I was happy to be in a relationship with Indu. For quite some time we were in an affair, and after 2 years, Indu thought, let's start using law of attraction for what? For marriage. And by the way, she didn't tell me, she started using law of attraction without telling me for marriage. And then one day, Indu said that, why don't we again talk to mom about Patrika? I said, how does horoscope change? Horoscope can't change, right? Because it's based on what? Your time, your birthplace and all that. So that can't change, right? So I thought horoscopes can't change. I said, okay, theek hai. She said, manifest to karte hain. See, in our life, when I say our life, in mine and Indu's life, for anything, we use manifestation. Koi kaam nahi ho raha hai, kya karna hai? Manifest karo. So we manifested, and how to manifest? I'll come to it now. We went to mom and said, ek baar wapas se Patrika match karke dekho. You won't believe it. The Pandit says perfect match. So I was totally blown out. By the way, I was not very happy about it. Now, I was seriously scared because I wasn't fully settled yet. And now, I remember on the terrace, I called Indu, and she was waiting for my call. She said, kya bola mom ne? And very sadly, I told her, haan bol diya. So, she was very angry with me. She said, what do you mean, haan bol diya? Are you sad? I said, no, I'm scared. But anyway, so I went back to the Pandit and I asked him, I said, why are you saying yes now? What changed? He said, 2 years ago, she was 29, now she's 31. And after 30, the strength of Mangal goes down. Low. Now, I don't understand this funda, okay? But whatever it was, we got married. And it was a well-arranged marriage after that. There was no problem from both families. People who know me in my life, they know that mine and Indu's relationship is one of the best relationships they've known. And I'm very proud of it. But it hasn't happened to me. It's not good luck. It's not simple good luck. We've created that good luck. I'll show you how to use law of attraction in your relationships to have the best relationships of your life. Interested? Yes. Okay. So now we're getting to the part of how to use law of attraction. Before we do that, you need a lot of energy in the room. So we're going to give you a small break so that we can then start taking towards the how part. I know a lot of you are under pressure somewhere else. So let's release that right now. Okay? How much time do you want for the break time? Okay, 10 or 15? Now we're being honest. When you say 15, is it 15 or is it 16, 17? 15. So here's something we want to follow. Wait. Here, Ashish, wait. No, 1 second. Something very important to follow. Firstly, whoever is sitting next to you will be a partner. So choose your partner quickly. Who's going to be your partner? Choose your partner. Okay, so you can be a partner with somebody here. Okay, now whoever is your partner, if your partner comes late, I'll consider even you are late. Okay, it's your responsibility to bring them back. Are you okay for that? Okay. Wait, it hasn't finished yet. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2, one person comes late, it costs you 100 rupees per minute. Yeah. And what did I say? If your partner comes late, who's late? So for an example, he's come on time, but his partner is late by 2 minutes. So how much is that? 400. 200 by him, 200 by him. And you cannot tell him during the break that if you're coming late, you'll have to pay for me also. You can't tell him that. You'll have to pay from your pocket. Why? Because you are responsible for not bringing him back on time. Can you do this? Yes. Okay, so it's a good game. But the time will be as per my watch. Yeah, a lot of people fight saying, "Nahi, 10 seconds baki hai." Okay, so my watch. So here is the time. So you align your watch with mine. The time in my watch now is 10:38. 15 minutes starts now. Please come late.
Thank you.
10:15. We had 15 participants. In the next 10 minutes, I'm sure that we were going to have completely full batch. Always in 15 minutes, the batch is full. Because 2,500 people get the email and seats are how many? 20. Only 20 seats, right? So 15 minutes mein seats full ho jati hai. Us din, meri tabiyat thodi kharab thi. I was not feeling well. Incidentally, by mistake, I went back to sleep. When I got up in the morning, there were 73 registrations. And I had no choice but to hire this hall. So that's how this workshop happened, by the way. Otherwise, I was going to cancel it completely. But I don't know, intuitively I had this very strong feeling that a lot of people really wanted to attend it. So that's why we created this conference hall. Otherwise, we never do this. We always do the workshop. Last 10 years, I've never done a workshop outside, except 10 years ago, one workshop I had done outside. But otherwise, all the workshops have happened at home with a maximum capacity of 20 to 25 people. So some of you who've come here today, you created this program. It's like, yeah. Now we're getting into the depths of how to use law of attraction, the how part. Okay? In the how part, there are many techniques. Here is the first one. When you say like attracts like, it works on the basic fundamental science that energy with the same frequency attracts each other. Can you say that again? Energy with the same frequency attracts each other. Now there are two types of fundamental frequencies in the world. Only two frequencies in the world. What are those? Positive frequency and negative frequency. So there's a positive frequency and there's a negative frequency. If you say like attracts like, repeat that. Positive frequency will attract what? Negative frequency will attract what? Lucky people will attract what? Rich people become? Poor people become? Is that a philosophy or a science? It's a science. And yet, people who are born in a poor environment become rich. Why is that? Not the atmosphere. Their frequency. Their frequency. They create a frequency from themselves in such a way that they break through from that environment. They create a better environment for themselves. They find better environments for themselves. Yes or no? So that's what law of attraction is all about. Now when you say positive frequency and negative frequency, that's not enough to understand. Here is the first technique to understand that. All of you have a goal. All your goals are made of what? Energy. Matter, which is made of? All energy has what? Frequency. For you to attract this goal, what will you have to do? Match the frequency. Match the frequency. Say that again. So that means the frequency of the goal and you has to be same. It has to be matching frequency. For an example, if the goal is matching at 93.5, you have to also vibrate at 93.5. The only problem is you're not a radio. So you can't simply switch a button and become 93.5. So what do? So you need to understand what is your frequency made of. What are the buttons that you can use? There are 4 buttons. There are 4 buttons. Okay? If you understand how to use these buttons, you will know how to change the frequency. But the frequency has to be exact, or can it be a little bit here and there? How many of you remember the times when radio was newly invented and it was not automatic, it was manual? You had to tune the frequency. Do you remember that? And if there was a micro mm difference, voice wouldn't come. You had to really tune it perfectly. Am I right? That was manual. Today it is digital. You just press one button and the radio does the job for you because it's a digital inside frequency. It just goes to 93.5. Similarly, if you want to, let's say, attract a relationship, you have to be at the exact frequency of that relationship. How to do that? I'll tell you that. Your frequency is made of 4 buttons. F, T, B, A. F, T, B, A. F stands for feelings. T stands for thoughts. B stands for beliefs. And A stands for actions. So say this with me. Feelings, thoughts, beliefs and actions. Come on. These are your what? These are your frequency buttons. If you manipulate these buttons, if you change these buttons, you change your what? You change your frequency. It's as simple. This is what you use to tune your frequency, by the way. Okay? So when I say positive attracts positive and negative attracts negative, what I mean is FTBA, if the FTBA is positive, you will attract positivity. If the FTBA is negative, you will attract negativity. For an example, if I'm feeling negative in life, which means if I'm feeling sad, firstly, is sad and negative the same, or is it specifically a frequency? It is specifically a frequency. Sadness is a very specific frequency. See, frustration is also negative, yes or no? But it's a different frequency altogether. Anger is also negative, yes or no? But it's a different frequency altogether. Even though it is negative, it's a different frequency. Your goal has to match correctly. How many of you have read books like The Secret and could never use law of attraction correctly? The reason is you're not understanding what is not explained in that book is that simply thinking of something you don't get it. You have to match the exact same frequency. And what's the formula for that is what I'm going to tell you now. How does it really work? Here is the formula. FTBA as if I already have it. Say that again. FTBA. As if I already have it. Now say this with me. I need to feel, think, believe and act. As if it's already done. So for an example, if I want to attract a car and my goal is a car, okay, How will I attract a car in my life based on the formula I gave you? I need to feel, think, believe and act as if I already have a car. Question. If you're restless, kab aayegi, milegi nahi milegi, will I get the car, will I not get the car? Are you at the right frequency? No. Can you attract it? No. There are people who've got the car and had an accident and destroyed it. Because if they are not deserving that car, which means if they don't have the frequency of the car, somebody may gift it to you and you may spoil it. Is that possible? Yes. You will lose it. Something will go wrong because you're not in the right frequency. So what do you need to do? First you need to work hard for it, or first you need to create the frequency for it? Create the frequency for it. And how do you create the frequency? Only 4 buttons. What are the 4 buttons again? Thoughts, beliefs and action. And what's the whole formula? I need to feel, think, believe and act as if already have it. So here's the question. I was just telling somebody in the break also. Imagine you had the car for the last 1 year. What would you feel?
Satisfied.
Good. Give me more answers. Happy. What else? Connected to it. You're enjoying the car. Am I right?
Yeah.
Feeling prosperous, feeling good, feeling rich. Yes or no?
Yes.
Those are the feelings you have to carry. But the problem is, people who don't have the car, what feelings do they carry? Give me the answers now. Examples. See, bad is big. Give me specific frequency.
Low.
Specific frequency. Jealous is a specific frequency. Jealous. What else? Give me more answers. Unhappy. I wish I had. Feeling lack. कि नहीं है मेरे पास. Insufficient in life. Right? Feeling like इसके बिना life में कुछ नहीं होगा. Desperate. Anxious. Worried every day. क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? With these feelings, are they matching the right frequency? So will it attract or will it repel? It will actually repel. So here is what will happen. The opportunity of the car is in the room in the bacteria, or as an example, let's say a person is sitting right now next to you who can give you enough business to make that money. But he will not introduce himself to you. People are looking around. There's no point looking because the person will be right in front of you. But they'll not take any interest in you because that's not your frequency. And sometimes you have the right frequency and you'll meet them in a restaurant. Or you'll see something written on a board and something will strike to you. Listen, your mind is like a hard disk. Or let's say like a CPU. You know, computers have CPUs, which has memory in it, hard disk, right? And it's connected to a server, right? Now understand that we are all CPUs connected to a universal server called universe, okay? And if let's say in this premise, there are different computers on different floors. They are all connected to a common what? Server or a network, yes or no? Yes. So from one laptop or from one computer, can you access the information of the second floor? Yes or no? Yes. That was 20 years ago. Now, because of Wi-Fi and because of internet, you can access the information of this room sitting in US. Can you do that? Yes. Because all of them are what? All of them are connected. Now listen to this. All of you are CPUs. I am a CPU. We are all connected to the common server out there. Okay? Does somebody in the world have the information of how to become rich? Yes. If I am vibrating at the right frequency, I download that information. I access that information. Okay? But if I'm not vibrating at the right frequency, I block that information. I block that information. मैंने अपने network का port बंद कर दिया है. So what happens is the information is there on some computer somewhere, but it doesn't get transferred to you. How many of you have heard about things that sometimes you realize that things that you're thinking about, somebody else is thinking the same things? Yes or no? Yes. Because that information is always cross-transferring somewhere. Always. Always. All right? You can attract anything in your life that you want. And there are enough powerful people in the world who have the knowledge of everything in the world. Let me give you an example here. People who don't know me personally, people who know me from workshops don't answer this question. Okay? But people who don't know me who are meeting me for the first time today. Let me give you examples of the kind of success I have today. I travel only 10 days in a month. I work only 10 days in a month. Rest of the days I'm traveling. I have fun the rest of the days. I travel not less than business class. The kind of people I train are is only CEOs and directors. People like Sanjeev Bajaj are in my participants of workshops. Okay, people like Mr. Uday Kotak, these are my participants. Now my question is, for me to train these people to come to that level, tell me what's my education? Or what should be my education? Give me an example.
MBA
Okay,
from
anything more?
B school, some best B school. Certified like
At least a certified trainer? Okay, here is the truth. I'm a 10th pass, 11th fail guy. Probably a lot of people who know me personally also don't know that. But I've never hidden this fact from anybody. I'm a 10th pass, 11th fail guy. A lot of people come to me and say, yaar, mujhe pehle, I want to have a lot of money first and investment first and certification first and then I can do this. Look at me. I started with nothing. I created my first business card after my 3 clients. I started my first website after 3 years of starting my business. People say first I need to have a website, then I need to have a business card, then I need to have a brochure. Forget certification, I had none of these things. I broke all the rules because I was not in the world of logic. I was in the world of? In the world of magic, what is possible? Is there somebody in the world who's done a PhD on training? Yes or no?
yes.
I just have to access their information. It's true, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. How do you think Einstein was brilliant? Einstein always had this ability of tuning into other people's information. He would always believe that he's the best person in the world. And when you believe that, you open up your information. You open up your ports and then you start accessing. You access information and you intuitively learn things. And you get opportunities where you learn more. And you get opportunities where you learn more. And you become experienced. And after 10, 12 years of your life, nobody asks you for a certificate. Today, do you think a certificate matters to me? No. But did it matter 12 years ago? No. If it mattered, how would I have been here? That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not the world of logic. It doesn't matter. Doesn't mean you go and tell your children stop studying from today. Hello? Don't get the wrong message here. I value education. In fact, today I feel if I had studied, probably I'd have had more advantage. But I had my own situations because of which I did not. But good thing was I used law of attraction. Now imagine some of you are much better than I was in that stage of my life. Are you? If I was a 10th pass, 11th fail guy when I started off my career, are you much better off today? Yes or no? Imagine what you could do. All I had was what? You have that today. And with all that you already have, and if you add law of attraction to that, imagine what you can do. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's about FTBA, feelings, thoughts, beliefs and actions. This nobody, you don't need a certificate for this. You don't need a PhD for this. You just need practice for this. Say it again, what do you need? Practice. You need practice. You need practice. Okay. Now where do we need practice? Here, let me clarify now. Question, yes, please, shout out.
Like we said, if the feelings are successful, accomplished, happy, motivated,
Yeah.
what should be our thoughts?
Question, let's say I want a car. What would I be thinking if I already had the car?
Planning long drives, something like that.
Simple. Anything, see, the formula is the same. What is the formula?
As if I already have it.
I need to FTBA as if I already have it. Say it again.
I need to
As if I already? Every time you have this question, how to use law of attraction, go back to this formula. Go back to this formula. Take a table, take a paper, make this table. Make this table. And there are 2 tables you can make. Okay? You can make 2 tables here. One table is to check your current frequency. Can you say that loudly? To check your current frequency. To check your current frequency, make a table first. Always in life, no matter what book you read in your life, this is the fundamentals of law of attraction, FTBA. Check your current frequency first. What am I feeling right now? Repeat that. What am I thinking right now? What am I believing right now? And what am I acting right now? If you write this down, you will get your what? Current frequency. This is the diagnosis. You've got your current frequency. Now you know what to change. Then you write down the required frequency. The required frequency. What is the required frequency, guys? What is the formula once again? As if I already? So ask yourself, if I already had a relationship, how would I feel? Write that down. If I already had a great business? What would I think? What would I believe? How would I act? Here is an example. Most books of law of attraction only talks about FTB. Nobody talks about A, which is the action part of it. So say this with me. I need to act like I already have it. Say it together. Or to refine it, I need to act like I'm going to have it. Say it together. Which means you have to act like you're getting it 110%, like you have zero doubt and you're acting as per that. For an example, there's a person, this is a very famous example I give in all my workshops about a person who wanted a restaurant, who had a restaurant, and he was using law of attraction for the last 1 year to double his business. And his business was not doubling. So one day he came to me for coaching and he said, Mitesh, law of attraction doesn't work. I said, what happened? He said, I'm doing all the techniques you said for the last 1 year, but somehow my business is not doubling up. I said, okay, tell me one thing. How many seats are there in your restaurant? He says, 35. I said, for the last 5 years, 35. Last 1 year, 35. You see something wrong here? What's wrong here? Can he double the business? His capacity is 35 and he wants a business of 100 people. How will he get it? What does he need? So I told him, why don't you get a bigger capacity restaurant? You know what he said? What if it doesn't work?
I was about to.
Yeah, what if it doesn't work?
That means you're doubting that it's not done.
You're already clear it's not going to happen. You're the one who's not making it happen. How many of you heard of a restaurant called Durvankur? Pune. Near that Sadaship, Tilak Road actually. Tilak Road, right? If anybody's been there? If you've not been there, you have to go there. Not just to eat food, it's a business case study. If I'm not wrong, there's a capacity of approximately 200 people at the same time. Approximately 200 people on 2 floors. And that guy, that businessman has the capacity to turn around 100 people in 25 minutes. Like 100 people go, 25 minutes, 100 people come back, 25 minutes, 100 people go, 100 people come back. He's created a process. He's created a process where he can turn around 25 minutes में 100 people at the same time. But in that 25 minutes, here is the beauty. None of the waiters talk verbally to each other. They only talk like this. And they have some communication methods they've created. Now my question is this, why did he create these methods? No?
He wanted to act as if he's going
Yeah.
to more customers.
He wanted to attract 100 customers every 25 minutes. Yes or no?
Yes.
He acted as per that. So he got it. If you're not ready for it, how will you get it? People are more busy desiring it than working for it. Yes or no? Yes. You can't get it when you're desiring it all the time. When you're desiring it all the time, you're desperate, hardly working for it. So you're not acting like you have it. You're acting like not only you don't have it, you're never going to get it. So you don't get it. When people were telling me that you need a certificate, I was busy reading books, which people were not reading. I was busy calling corporate companies for training programs, which people were not doing. Act like you already have a certificate. How does it matter? What will happen at the most? When you call 10 people, how many people will say no to you? Who cares? All 10. Call 11th one. Kahin to chakka lagega. Keep hitting the bat. Keep hitting the bat. Keep playing the game. You'll get better at it. Yes or no? That's all I'm saying. FTBA as if you already have it. Can you repeat that again? On a piece of paper, whenever things are going wrong in your life, check your current frequency. Then look at the required frequency. Okay? For an example, if a girl is not getting married, this is another famous example from my workshop, and I said, right now when this girl came home for coaching, I said, she was not getting married for many, many years. And I asked her, I said, do you have your marriage dress ready? She said, no. Why would I? I said, why shouldn't you? But anyway, so I asked her next question. I said, do you have a guest list ready? For what? Invitation? She said, no. Have you thought of your honeymoon place? She said, no. Have you thought about what food you will make for your in-laws when you reach? Have you learned some new things? She said, no. So I said, then I'm sorry. You can't get married. She said, but I'm feeling it every day. Arey Papa, you need to also act like it. You need to work for it. Yes or no? You can't deserve the best person in the world by being who you are. You want to, okay, listen, whenever somebody wants to get married, are they looking for an average person or for the best person? देखा सबको best चाहिए. But they themselves are very average, huh? And that person has to repeat saying congratulations. That's why in the morning, whenever somebody gave a good news, what did I tell you? Say congratulations. In our life, in mine and Indu's life, we never say all the best. All the best means what? May happen, may not happen. We never say all the best. When the program starts, she says congratulations. What does that mean? Already done. And it's perfectly done. Congratulations. So we only use congratulations, we don't say all the best. Believe it. What happened, Madhu?
4 days, within 4 days I got a job.
Within 4 days he got a job.
Without even, the recruiter didn't ask me a single technical question.
Not a single technical question. Who's the HR? I know. But you see what happens? What is the rule number 1 here? I don't know what mindset that person was into that he didn't ask a question. Maybe he just liked his face, I don't know. But he had a vacancy, maybe he was in a hurry, maybe some situation got created. Hired him. But tell me, how did Madhu go in the exact right place at the right time? Frequency. Right? FTBA as if he already have it. In 5 days he got it. Then after that he called me and said, my girlfriend is also not getting a job. Can I send her? And she came. She's here right now. She wasn't getting a job. She did the exact same thing. She got a job in 1 week. Then he says, I have a friend in Gao. Can I send him also? I'm not joking. He actually sent a friend. I don't know who. What's his name? Ravi. He came from Karnataka. He also got a job. He got a business. See, people just get things.
One more friend, he get an opportunity with Mexico.
He got an opportunity in Mexico. There was one person who had come to our workshop, and so we'll be doing that right now in some time for you guys. We apply a technique called visualization. I'll show you how to use it. And we used it for him during the workshop. Every workshop we use it for one person. Our history is in the last 100 batches, all people for whom we have done the manifestation for that one person, they've all come true. All 100% record so far. So this particular person, he had given 2 visa applications for US already, and he was rejected. Now they say that if you're rejected 3rd time, you're done. Then you don't get it for another 10 years, technically, right? We manifested together that, can you tell me the formula? As if? So what does he have to feel?
Excited. Delighted.
So where is he right now? What is he doing right now? What are the actions? Where is he right now? In US, not packing the bag. I want you to repeat this with me. Don't focus on the process. Focus on the end result. Repeat that together. Focus on the end result. So when I tell people that imagine your marriage is already done, they're imagining process of marriage. Forget that. You're already married. End result imagine karo. Everything is already done, right? The end result. That's the frequency. That's the formula. We did this for him, and believe it, he got the visa. And he went. In fact, this guy also went to Japan after that. He's from Amdocs. So what I'm trying to tell you is FTBA as if you already have it. Repeat that. As if I already have it, okay? What I want you to do is quickly turn to your partner and share about what is the one area where you now realize your FTBA is going all negative. And that's why you're already attracting negative things in that life. What is the area? Is it physical? Is it health? Is it relationships? Is it money? Is it career? Where in your life you're attracting negativity? And how do you clarify that? Tell your partner, these are the feelings I'm feeling right now. These are the thoughts that are going on in my mind. They've become my negative beliefs. These are the actions I'm taking which is creating all negativity in my life right now. Okay? To give you the examples of Manish, you remember my friend Manish from Rajasthan, my best friend? Today morning I told you about him. When demonetization happened, he started feeling bad. And he started believing that there is no money in the market. All the business was going away. Then I reminded him FTBA. And then he started saying, yes, I always have business. I'm making more than enough money every month. And then he attracted this opportunity of the car. And by the way, his business also came back to track. My CA called me yesterday and asked us this question. बिजनेस कैसा चल रहा है? I said, क्यों? पहले तो कभी नहीं पूछा. नहीं, demonetization. I said, यार मुझे तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा. तो क्या बात कर रहा है? You know the papers, यार. You are the CA. My business is better than last year. He says, impossible, yaar. I said, why? He says, 80% of my clients are crying. I said, that is why they are down. That is why they are down. Listen, the same people are there in the market. Hello? Same people are there in the market. Yes or no? Yes. It is just too much focus on negativity right now. Nothing else. But people who are focusing on the positive are getting the positive. How do you actually do that in more details? I will get to more techniques. This is just the first technique. There are 3 more techniques to go. They are the most powerful ones. I've just started with the foundation technique. So share with your partner, where have you been already using FTBA negatively and how will you now use it positively? So that you can stop that negative frequency and you can start the positive frequency. Okay? Start sharing with your partners. Come on. Do the same. If you're watching this video, write down on a piece of paper if you're sitting alone. If you're not sitting alone, if you're sitting with a partner, tell your partner, where are you using the FTBA negatively and how will you now use it positively? If you're alone, write it down on a piece of paper. Okay? Now listen, start imagining a crocodile. What happened? Is the elephant still there? Yes. Now it is there. When I said the name again, but when I said crocodile, the focus was on the crocodile because the elephant disappeared right now. Yes? So it's like sadness is the elephant and crocodile is the happiness. So you start something, you don't stop something. You can never stop a feeling. You can only start a feeling. You can only start feeling something. You can never stop at something. That's how it works. It only works in the moment. It doesn't work in the past or the future. Okay? So that's one good answer. There is another question we had here about how do we feel we have something in advance? I'm going to get to techniques for that. Act as if you already have it. What does that mean? What do healthy people do? They work out every day. They don't work out to lose weight. They just work out to maintain every day. Yes or no? Yes. Like when I was talking to Ashish, he said, oh, so if I act like I already have it, then I'll start eating samosas every day. No. You have the wrong idea about what healthy people do. Listen, healthy people eat healthy food. Yes or no? Yes. Does it mean they never eat a samosa? No. They do. But there is a balance to it. Right? And they measure their food. Is that true? Yes. They go to the gym regularly. They love working out regularly. Yes or no? Yes. That day I was eating some healthy food in a restaurant during a workshop. And this participant comes to me and says, Mitesh, you don't need this. I said, listen, because I eat this, I am like this. I don't eat this to achieve something. I eat this to maintain what I have. Doesn't mean I don't eat unhealthy food, but I maintain a balance. Some people say, I want to have a body like Salman Khan. Do you know what Salman Khan eats every day? He eats boiled food regularly. Start eating it. Start enjoying it. People say, boiled food. You'll never have that body. Listen, act like you already have it. Start loving things that those people love who already have that. For an example, a person once came to me and said, I want to make 100 crores in 3 years. I said, deal, no problem. In manifestation, we never say nothing is impossible. Because what is possible for God? Everything. So what is possible for you? Everything. Can you make 300 crores in 3 years? Oh, yes. Are there people who've done it? Yes. Oh yes, but then listen, be willing to work like them. Yeah? You can't get up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and say, I'm making 300 crores and done for the day. No, it doesn't work like that. FTBA, the whole 4 buttons have to be aligned. 2 things, act like you already have it, plus act like you are going to have it. Both, but not going to have it like a 50-50 chance. Going to have it like 100%, like you know it's a done deal. Listen, how many of you watch a movie? In the end of the movie, eventually what happens? Tell me. Happy ending. Eventually, yes or no? Yes. So, are there times in a movie when you get scared? Ab kya hoga? Are there times? But at one point, you remember, Arey, end mein sab theek ho jata hai. So, you're kind of relieved. Yes or no? Yes. See, it's a movie. In the end, you'll get it. Don't act like it's never going to happen. Like, I was talking to Alia about she wanting a managerial position. And I said something very simple. I said, listen, you're not going to die without being a manager. Don't worry. She said, yeah, that I know. So if you know that, then act like you're already a manager and act towards it. Do whatever you're supposed to do to become the best manager in the world. Read leadership books, because that's the job after being a manager. Yes or no? Focus your time on that. If you already want better business, you want to invest more time in being full of anxiety, or you want to focus on creating better processes for your restaurant? Hello? Focus on that. Prepare. There is this great story, a real story, about a group of farmers. Rain was not happening. They would create the entire farm, rain would not happen. First year, second year, third year. Fourth year, finally the rain happened. But you know what happened fourth year? No farming happened. Tell me why. They were not ready. One farmer was ready. He was still working towards it. So when the rain came, he was ready for it. He never doubted it even the fourth year. See, listen, you cannot have an entire life without rain. Let's understand this. This is law of nature. How many of you agree with this? You cannot have an entire life without rain. Eventually rain will come. Yes or no? Yes. So use that common sense and work towards it. Don't get so desperate, kab aayega. Right now the problem is there. So everybody watch this circle. It's called the cycle of attraction. It's called the cycle of attraction. In the cycle of attraction, 4 circles are there. The top circle is known as situation. Repeat that. The right circle is known as FTBA. Repeat that. FTBA is your what? Your frequency. Your frequency. This is where your attraction happens, the third circle below. And the last circle on your left is called as the results. Okay, so I want you to repeat. The first circle is what? Second circle on the right side. Third circle below. And left circle, last one? Results. So when a situation happens, you have the choice to feel something. Yes or no? Now when you fall down on the road, what do you feel? Hurt. Yes, that's natural. When you feel angry, is that natural? Or is that a choice? That's a choice. Hurt is natural. Anger is a choice. Thoughts are choice. And actions are also choice. Yes or no? You get out of your car and you start using those 3 little beautiful words or 4 little beautiful words and abusive words for the other person. You get angry and you say, यहाँ के लोगों को गाड़ी चलाना नहीं आता है, इसलिए इंडिया में रह के कोई, India is the worst place to drive a car, and you say all those things and you believe all of that and you act like that. This is also actions, right? Getting angry right now and talking to people like that. Yes or no? Yes. What happens is you've generated a what? Negative frequency. Yes or no? What attractions will you have?
Bad people on the road.
You'll find more such people who will trouble you on the road. Not only that, listen, if there is negative frequency in the center, okay, will the attraction happen from all 4 sides or only one area? So you're not only going to attract negativity in traffic, you're going to start attracting that negativity in your relationships, in your business, everywhere. That little negativity you created on the road of shouting at people and getting angry is going to impact your whole life. And that's what's right now happening in your life. How many of you agree with me? Are there areas of life where unconsciously you're constantly feeling negative? Yes or no? Yes. That's why you attracted negativity in other areas of life. So there was this one gentleman who came to me many years ago. He lost some 35 lakhs in business. His name is Manoj. And after losing 35 lakhs, he had gone bankrupt and he was going to commit suicide. And he had come to me for a coaching program. And he said, you're my last hope. If I don't know how to recover myself after this coaching, I'm going to commit suicide. I actually thought, coaching lene aaya, dhamki dene aaya. Like, seriously, I mean, but anyway, so I coached him. And he asked me, he says, I'm the most positive person in my business. Why did I lose so much money? I did not ask him any questions about his business. I asked him, tell me about your relationships. He was going through a divorce period. He says, how many years you've been having a fight with your wife? He said, last 11 years. How many years you're not having a good relationship with your children? Don't even remember. Where do you think this negativity will go? Somewhere it's going to work. Had negativity in his business. Then I told him, I said, you've lived all your life as per you, right? Now for the next 30 days, live as per me. FTBA as if you already have it. Can you repeat that? FTBA as if you already have it. Listen, in this entire circle, what can you control? Situations, FTBA, attraction or results? What can you control? FTBA. That's it. I told him, I said, you change your FTBA and see what will change. What will change? Tell me. And then what will change? Tell me. In 30 days, he came back to me, not even 30 days, in 15 days, he came back to me telling me 4 banks who were driving him crazy to get the money back from him for 35 lakhs, all of them told him that we are willing to give you 1 year time. Out of nowhere. Can you stop the flashlight? It's troubling me. That flashlight is troubling me. And as a result, the bank started helping him. The bank started helping him, things started working for him. Today, Manoj makes approximately 4 to 5 lakh rupees a day. This is a true story, right now. Although he came many years ago, but today he makes about 4 to 5 lakhs a day. He's not here today. He had registered, but he's not here today. So, and Manoj has attended this workshop at least 25 times. Do you think he still needs to come? Oh yes. We forget this stuff very easily. So he keeps coming, he keeps coming, he keeps coming, he keeps coming. Alright, so relax. FTBA as if it's already done. Have fun in life. Because I'll tell you why. Whatever you want, I'll tell you what you eventually want. You know what you eventually want? Feeling. Just a feeling. From the car, feeling. Relationship, feeling. Job, business. Listen, feelings you can create now in your heart. Yes or no? And once you, and I'll show you how to create them. Once you create them, you're anyways going to get what you get. So relax, don't worry, things will work out. Okay? Last question and we'll go to the next technique. Yes, last question.
In this Manoj case that you said, so he had an issue with his relationships,
Yeah.
and then it was eventually affecting his business.
Yes.
So how would you know which is the area that you need to focus on? So sometimes, everything just goes wrong in your life in
Yes.
every area possible.
Yes.
How would you know which is the area you need to focus on?
Yes. Simple. When one area goes wrong as a situation, and you don't choose your feelings, you automatically start feeling what? Which frequency? Negative frequency. Attraction happens what? So this is negative, this is negative, this is negative. Results are what? This becomes a loop now. So what happens is everything in life goes wrong. How many of you experience this? When one area goes wrong, everything goes wrong. Yes or no? Yes. So what do you do now? Take every situation of life, and what FTBA do you use now? Positive. Positive. Simple.
What area do you choose first?
Any, doesn't matter. Because if one negative area can attract negativity from everywhere, it's also the other way around. One positivity will attract positivity from where? Everywhere. And then you start using it in every area of life. You choose what is more important for you. Is relationship more important for you? Good. Go to your home today, and when your mother-in-law doesn't talk to you properly, say, I love you. Thank you for not talking to me properly. Don't say that loudly. Say it in your mind. But what I'm saying is, if she's troubling you, listen, if she's troubling you, you're being troubled. Hello? That's your choice. That's your choice. She's doing what she's doing. You are being troubled, that's your choice. Start feeling. So I'm getting into techniques now. One of the things you can feel, let's get straight to techniques. One of the things you can do, the master feeling in the world is called as the gratitude feeling. Write it down. Gratitude feeling. I was going to do the visualization technique first, but I'm getting straight to the next one. I'll come back to the visualization technique. Gratitude feeling. So to change any feeling in the world, this is the master feeling, okay? Whenever we get something, we naturally say what?
Thank you.
Thank you. So when you say thank you, it means what? You've already got it. You've already got it, right? So the more you feel grateful for something, the easier it is to change your frequency in that area. For an example, if business is not happening, start saying thank you for not having business. Confused? Yeah, I know. Listen, is there some learning from that area? Yes or no?
Yes.
When you feel frustrated for not having business, do you think your thoughts, beliefs and your actions will be positive? No. But when you say, thank God I'm not getting business, there must be some learning from it. Now what happens to your thoughts after that? You start thinking, so what can I learn from it? How can I improve? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? But normally what you're feeling is frustrated. So your question is, why the hell am I not getting business? And what happens? Your actions are all wrong after that. Because your mind is not supporting you. Because your feelings are all wrong. So there are gratitude for two things that is required in life as a master manifestation practitioner. First, say thank you for negative things. Because they are already teaching you something in life. They're giving you something. They're actually making you stronger. How many of you agree, and you can raise your hands and say that you actually became stronger because of your failures, not your successes? Do you agree with that? Yes. You actually became better because of the difficult people in your life. How many of you agree with this? Difficult people made you stronger in your life. Yes or no? Yes. Maar ke aap logo ko strong banaya. So, and that applies to me too. Listen, when I'm in a workshop like this, what do you think improves me? Good participants or bad participants? Seriously, bad participants. You know, because when they don't focus, when they don't listen, when they ask silly questions, when they're sleeping, that's my way to, that's my opportunity to work on such people. Yes or no? When I work on them, and if I can make the most difficult participant as the most interesting participant, that makes me a good trainer. Do you agree with that? Yes. But if I always get good participants, that doesn't make me a good trainer. It makes them good participants. See, they are learning because they are being good participants. That credit doesn't go to me. Are you getting this? Credit goes to me for only those people where they are being bad and I convert them. If a business is down, and you are being called to take over that business and you convert that business, now the credit goes to you. How many of you agree? If the business is doing well and you are called and you take over the business and the business is still doing well, credit doesn't go to you. Business was already doing well. Okay? Your FTBA has to work. Start feeling gratitude for what you don't have in your life. There is a video on YouTube. Go and type gratitude exercise. On YouTube, go and type in something called the gratitude exercise. You'll realize there are people who've recorded videos that said things like, thank God I got raped. Yeah, they were grateful after one moment of life. Thank God this happened. I'll tell you why they needed to be grateful. Because the more they were angry, were they able to forget the rape? Hello? No. What happened to their frequency? And whose life was getting spoiled? The rapist or the person who got raped? Exactly. The rapist did the job one time and went away. You're still feeling the rape for the last 10 years. Who's a bigger culprit? Who's a bigger rapist? Yourself. You raped yourself 1,000 times in the last 10 years. That person raped you only? Once. So there are people who said, no, thank you. Whatever happened must be having a good purpose behind it. Seriously. But that's the only way to change that frequency. That's the only way to, try this with me. Everybody try this with me. Keep your right hand on your heart. Try this, come on. You wanted me to show you how, right? So this is the how. Say this with me. Why is this happening with me? Come on.
Why is this happening?
I don't want this to happen with me.
I don't want this to happen with me.
Now just check how that feels. Don't answer the question, just check how that feels. Now, take a deep breath. Do this if you're watching the video. Now repeat this with me. Thank God this is happening with me. I'm sure I'm going to get better because of this. I don't know how, but I'm sure there's a positive purpose behind it. Thank you, God, for learning even in this. Check how that feels. Tell me the difference. What feels better, first or second? What are you doing every day? Why is this happening with me? Why does my boss shout at me? Indu was once dealing with a boss who she hated. So she left the job. So when she left the job, I promised her, I said, in the next company you'll get a more difficult job, more difficult boss. Don't leave the job. She said, are you crazy? ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता है. I'm going to leave the job and I'm going to find a better job. But listen, you changed the situation, but what did you not change? Frequency. So what happens? It repeats. Believe it, in the next job she found a more difficult boss. She said, I think I need to change the job again. What did I tell her? Change your frequency. She got it. How do you change the frequency? Change your FTBA. Can you say that again? What is the first thing in the FTBA? What did I tell you, the master technique? Gratitude. So what does she have to feel gratitude for? In fact, now the boss is not bad anymore. See, when you say thank you for something, how can it be bad, right? So I said, start feeling gratitude for having this person in your life. There is something you need to learn because of which this person is in your life right now. And you're not learning it, you're resisting it. Yes? So I said, start saying, I love this difficult boss. I love this difficult boss. Can you say that together, everybody? Come on.
I love.
Now, say this with me, okay? Keep your right hand on your heart. Come on. Keep your right hand on your heart. And say this with me. I hate my boss. Why is he behind my life every time? I need to leave my job. Now check that feeling. Now try this. I love my boss. The more he's difficult, the more creative I get. What feels better? What are you doing every day? Yeah, you getting it now? It's like that. It's like that. Yesterday I was having the call with a CEO on phone, doing a coaching program with him. And his chairman has, so I can't tell you names of the company because it's confidential. His chairman has told him as an ultimatum that if you don't improve your people skills, we'll have to let you go. CEO, okay? And I'm talking about a multi-billion-dollar company, not multi-million, multi-billion-dollar company. You know what's his only problem? When people are unproductive, he hates it. And he gets very angry with them. So yesterday on the phone, we did this exercise. I asked him to keep his hand on his heart and say, I love when people are unproductive. And he said, what? No! I hate it. Okay, try this with me. Come on, everybody, do this with me. Write down on your heart. Come on. I hate it when people are unproductive. I don't know why people don't listen to me. I just hate it when they do this. People don't have common sense. It's not a coincidence you're here. Check how that feels. Now try this. I love it when people become unproductive. It gives me an opportunity to become a better influencer, to be a better convincer, to be a better leader. I love it when they get difficult. The more unproductive they get, the more creative I get. Are you understanding the difference now? This is gratitude for things that you don't have. When you are grateful for what you don't have, now you can move on to the second stage. What is that? Start having gratitude for what you want as if you already have it. But you can't do the second without doing the first. I'll tell you why. Because your feelings are stuck when you don't do the first one. So you can't do the second one. Otherwise, you'll keep trying to do the second feeling, but because the feelings are frustrated, you can't attract. Frequency match nahi hoti. Okay, now start, so say this with me. First, be grateful, come on. For all my challenges. Then I can be grateful for the opportunities I want as if I already have them. Now you getting this? So first be grateful for negativity or positivity? Yeah, first be grateful for the negativity in your life because those are the negativities making you stronger and your feelings are stuck there. So first convert those feelings. Okay? For an example, say this with everybody. How many of you want to start your own business and not able to? Okay, so everybody do this with me, with everybody. Okay, there are about 7-8 people here. Keep your right hand on your heart. Come on. Why am I not able to start my own business? Why don't I have enough capital? Why doesn't luck support me? I hate working in a job. Check how that feels. Do you think this kind of a person can become a good business person? Try this now. I love the fact that I am in a job right now. I'm so grateful I don't have a business. But at least I have a job. Check how that feels. Do you think this kind of a person can become a better business person? Someday. Yes or no? That's what I'm saying. You can't be a negative person and attract positivity. Even in negativity, you have to create. That's how you change the feeling. You don't change the feeling by focusing on the positive first. You create the positive feeling by converting the negative into positive first. You love what you hate. And by the way, I'll tell you why you need to do that. Say this with me. The more I hate something, the more I become like it. Is that true? How many of you had this experience where you were irritated with a particular person for many years, and after many years you realize you become like them? Yeah, it actually happens. The more you say, he's so short-tempered, so irritating, you become irritating now. Yes or no? Yeah. It's true. The more you focus on something, the more you become it. Why? Because your mind can only imagine that frequency all the time, so you start living that frequency. You start living that frequency. You start attracting that frequency. You become that kind of a person after that. That's why you'll observe that people who are spiritual never hate. They don't even hate whom? Terrorists. The worst person in the world they will never hate, because they understand that hatred will only create more what? Hatred. It will create more anger in the world. Now, I'm not saying this is easy to implement. Listen, I'm not saying that. So I'm not asking you to suddenly go and start loving Osama bin Laden. Okay, I'm not asking you to do that. But what I'm saying is, can you at least control 80% of your own life? Yes or no? 20% you'll still be sad. It's okay. That's being human. How many of you agree with that? Maybe a day will come when you'll become Gautam Buddha and you'll not be sad for even a day. Maybe. Maybe not now. But who cares? Right now you're not here to become Gautam Buddha. Am I right? If you are, I'm the wrong teacher. Believe me. I'm a materialistic guy. I'm talking about achieving what? Materialistic things, everything in life. I believe in being happy, being human. A great mentor of mine told me this one time. He said, you are not a human being come to this earth to experience being spiritual. You are already a spiritual being come to this earth to experience being human. It shook my brain. I was like, wow. Yeah, I know. Okay, you want to repeat that?
Yes, sir.
Say this with me. I am not a human being. Come to this earth to experience being spiritual. I am already a spiritual being. Come to this earth to experience being human. समझ में आया? मैं ऑलरेडी भगवान हूं. बनने की जरूरत नहीं है मुझे. मैं इस धरती पे क्यों आया? मुझे इंसान बनने का एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए था. So, how many of you heard of this concept called the Big Bang Theory? Okay, what it basically means is that there was a time in life when nothing existed, and then there was this big collapse in the universe. So, spiritually there's another story to it. That's a scientific story. Spiritually there is another story to it, that when God was alone, God could not see himself. So, God wanted to know what all it can do. God knew one thing. God can do what? Everything and anything. But God wanted to experience that. So, God distributed himself into millions of pieces called human beings and animals. And he wanted to experience everything, so he chose to be a beggar also. And he chose to be Bill Gates also. And he chose to be Ashish also. And he chose to be you also. And he wanted the experience of how it feels to be divorced. And he wanted to have the experience of, can I have a great marriage also? And he wanted the experience of having a job. And he wanted the experience of having a business. He chose through every person the experience that he wanted in that. So you are already God. You came to this earth for a particular experience. For a particular experience. 20% of your life is predestined. What do I mean by that? Predestined means किसी और ने नहीं लिखा है. किसने लिखा है? आपने खुद ही लिखा था जब आप भगवान थे ना? आपने खुद ही decide किया था. For an example, when you go for a movie, how many of you go for a movie? 20% of the movie is already decided by you. You know what part of the movie? Action or comedy or horror. Yes or no? That you have already decided. 80% of the movie you don't know. You just go there and experience the movie. But if somebody tells you the whole story, are you okay with it? Why not? फिर पिक्चर देख के क्या फायदा? You don't get the experience. Yes or no? But you're clear you want to watch a romantic movie. Yes or no? That is your choice. So you go there, and then when there is a sad scene, you cry. Now people may call you stupid, but that's what you went for, right? Do you know there are some people who love horror movies? Like, they love to sit there and they're scared, huh? I'm not joking. But they love it. They love that experience of having those goosebumps. Some people do it to themselves. Yeah, some people want that experience. You may go, what crazy nutcase. Some people want it. By the way, those same horror people call you nutcase for being romantic. Isn't it true?
Yes.
But listen, you want your experience. Now listen, say this with me. I'm here for my experience.
I'm here for my experience.
They are here for their experience.
They are here for their experience.
If I try to live their experience,
If I am here for their experience,
I will never enjoy it.
I will
If they try to have my experience, they will never enjoy it. They must enjoy what they want to experience. I must enjoy what I want to experience. समझ में आया? If I'm here to be a beggar, I must start enjoying it. If I'm here to have a job, let me start enjoying it. I don't need to be Bill Gates. If I wanted to be Bill Gates, I would have already become. By the way, I already have. Just the form is different. I'm already God. I'm already getting the Bill Gates experience by being Bill Gates somewhere else. I'm here because I wanted to have this experience. So many people suddenly look at me and say, now I also want to become trainer. Arey Baba. That is my experience. If I look at a CEO when I'm coaching him and say, now I also want to be the CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company. That's crazy. That's his experience. And you know what happens? When I try to get his experience, I won't enjoy it. And I'll struggle. And I won't get it. Am I right? Yes. Why? I'm not here for that. Start enjoying what you have. Now say this with me. The more I enjoy what I have, say it together. The more I get what I want. The more I hate what I don't have, the more I get what I don't want. You getting this now? The more you hate what you don't want, the more you get what you don't want. Because you're constantly vibrating at that frequency of don't want, so the more you get it. What is the best thing? Start enjoying what you have, including what you don't have. So you can start having what you really have. It's all about having, but not in the future, in the present. Okay? So now let's go to the gratitude exercise. Are you ready for the gratitude exercise? Yes. Turn to your partner and start saying thank you for all the negative things you have in your life. Yeah. All the things you hate in your life, all the things you don't like in your life, come on, start saying thank you for it. One at a time between you and your partner, okay? At least 10 things you have to say thank you for which are negative in your life. Then you can say thank you for the positive things which I'll guide you for second, but not before this one. Go for it. On the video, if you're watching me, if you're alone, start writing, saying thank you for things that you have in your life which are negative. Or if you're sitting with someone, then share with them 10 negative things you have in your life and start saying thank you for them. Go for it. All right, everyone. How many of you, when you said thank you for negative things, you actually felt better? Come on, raise your hands if you did. Right? And the more you were thinking you shouldn't have that actually felt more difficult, more resistant. Yes or no? Now it feels light. How many of you are feeling lighter now actually? So hasn't your frequency changed already? That's how you change your frequency. Anything you hate, anything you don't like, start saying thank you, it'll change your frequency. Second, now start saying thank you to your partner for things that you want as if you already have them. For an example, one of the things I want, can I share some of the things I want with you? Like personal, okay? I have an ambition which I just created last night, and I want your help with that. This workshop is absolutely free. And do you think it's a valuable workshop? Yes. Do you think people should attend this? Yes. I want to spread this workshop to 10 lakh people in India. Wow. And in 2017. Oh, wow. That's my 1-year goal. And I think it's possible. All you have to do is keep recommending people to this workshop. All right? And here's the good news, by the way. The reason I'm recording this video today, this video is going to go completely free on YouTube for all of you. Yeah? All you have to do is keep recommending people to it. My only limitation was time. I'm extremely busy with my corporate workshops right now. And I don't have time to do this workshop regularly. I have done this batch, I think after 3 or 4 months now. Right? So I don't want me to be a limitation for people to get this knowledge. So I'm recording this so I can put it absolutely free on YouTube. You just have to subscribe to it and recommend people to it. If today we are approximately 70, 80 people in this room. If each of us recommends this to at least 5 more people who can subscribe on the website and watch this video and learn something from it. And if they recommend another 5 people, which I'm going to, on this video, I'm requesting people who are watching this video, you're getting value from this workshop, give it to 5 more people. There's no money for it, there are no terms and conditions, there are no hidden charges, I don't want anything in return. I just want you to pay it forward to 5 more people. I want you to make 5 people happy by giving them this knowledge. Can you do that? Yes. If you do that, and if this chain continues for a year, you'll easily cross 10 lakhs. Wow. Possible? Yes. Simple. Now, The second thing when I said say thank you as if you already have it. Here is the example. What is the date today?
29.
Of? Year is what? No, today is 31st of December 2017.
Okay.
Okay, today is 31st of December 2017 and we're all saying congratulations, 10 lakh people have already got this video. They've seen it and they've got the results and they've got the value from it. Would you like that?
Yes.
Alright, so let's say this together, come on. Alright. So congratulate your partner saying congratulations, 10 lakh people have learned law of attraction. Come on, tell each other. Right? And believe it, people who learn because of you, they'll forget me, but they'll come and bless you. Because on these videos, I'm not going to meet them personally because I won't have the time to. But they know that you recommended them, right? They are going to bless you for it. You have no idea how many calls I get. Every single day I get at least 2 or 3 calls. People simply calling and saying, thank you, Mitesh. I got this, I got that, I had a marriage, my business went up, I got a CEO's job, I got this, I got that. It's crazy, the amount of blessings I get every day. But it's not enough. I'm a little more ambitious here. I'm a little more greedy. I want it to spread to more and more people. And the way you do it is simply by saying, thank you God, 10 lakh people have already watched my videos and got benefited by Law of Attraction workshop through me. Possible?
Yes.
Right? So similarly, I want you to start saying thank you to your partner for 5 or 6 things that you want as if you already, which means do you say all the best or do you say congratulations? Congratulations. Exactly. So you actually tell your partner saying like, congratulations, I've got this, congratulations, I've got this, congratulations, I've got this, congratulations, I've got this. So you remember my friend Manish? And he was crying a month ago about demonetization? I actually did this with him. I said, on the phone right now, start saying congratulations to me and I'm going to congratulate you for having double business. Start saying to me that you are the only person in the market making money while everybody is crying, I don't care, but I'm making money. He started saying that and his business actually started working after that. Listen, it's not magic only from pure magic. There is a logic behind it. Is there really business in the market? Yes. There is. See, the money is going to go somewhere. Yes or no? Yes. How many of you spent money in the last few days on vegetables? You have. The money is being circulated somewhere. Yes or no? Yes. But those people who are making it are the ones who are attracting it the most. Right? That's why what happens is when you're going through the sabzi market, believe it, people who are happiest attract more customers. You'll observe that there is an entire sabzi market and one stall will attract all the customers and the person next to him will hardly attract any customers. I'll tell you why. That person is constantly irritated. Hardly talks to his customers properly. Yes or no? And then there is this other person talking to customers sweetly even when there is money problem. I actually know of vegetable people out here in Aund area. I remember during demonetization, people didn't have cash. There was one particular stall that guy actually said, मैडम आप चिंता मत करो, आप सब्जी लेके जाओ, सबको कैश का प्रॉब्लम है, आप बाद में पैसे दे देना, अभी आप सब्जी लेके जाओ, खाना जरूरी है. Do you think he really had as much money as the person whom he was giving to? No, he didn't even have that much. He was not even 10% rich to that lady. But you see, that's the heart. That's FTBA. He's behaving like he's already rich. Yes or no? Say thank you as if you already have it. All right? So at least 5 or 7 things. Tell your partner now. Thank you, I have this. Thank you, I have this. Thank you, I have this. And they say congratulations. Then see how life works for you after that. Okay? Start. Come on. Start. Start. Same thing on the video. If you're watching me, start saying thank you for things that you want as if you already have it. If you're alone, write it down. If you're not alone, if you're with somebody, tell them and make them tell you congratulations and thank you. Okay? Go for it. All right, everyone, let's come back. Let's come back. How many of you feeling good about having what you want as if you already have it? So let's say congratulations. Congratulations. Let's give everybody a big round of applause. Come on. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So don't forget to invite me for the celebration party. All right. So I'm not going to say all the best. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
All right. Very good. So now moving to the next technique of law of attraction. You've learned about gratitude. I just want to repeat about gratitude one more thing. Have gratitude for what you have. You'll have more things to be grateful for. Yeah, say this with me. If I have gratitude for what I have, come on, I'll always get more things to be grateful for. If I crib for what I have, I'll get more to crib for. So most of your life, instead of cribbing your experiences that you have, start having gratitude. Even if it's a negative experience, Just say thank you for it. Enjoy it. Love it. Thrill it. See, listen, you can actually, how many of you have been to a circus or an adventure park or something? You know those giant wheels?
Yeah.
Anybody's ever sat in it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah? Once you sit in it, can you get out of it? Might as well enjoy it. No, see, I mean, seriously. Might as well start enjoying it. Now you can't get out of it, right? You can do two things. Yay! Achoo! But do you know which one of these body reactions you do, you actually start feeling? So here's the second technique. Take control of your body. Write down. Take control of your body. Write down. Take control of your body. Write this down. My body creates my feelings. My body creates my feelings. Can we say this loudly together?
My body creates my feelings.
And if you're watching on the video, participate. Come on, say this everybody together again. My body creates my feelings.
My body creates my feelings.
Right? What I mean by that is the way you use your body creates your feelings. For an example, everybody do this with me. Even if you're on the video, do this with me. Loosen your shoulders on the chair. Okay? Shoulders down. Look down. Expression serious. And I want you to say, I'm very excited right now. I have all the success in my life right now. Are you really feeling successful? You can't, because your body is not allowing you to. So listen, when your body is down, your energy cannot go up. Your frequency cannot go up. Other way around is also true. Try this the other way around. Hands up. Look up. Smile. Come on, smile. Okay, conjuice look, smile. Okay, now keep smiling. Look up. Don't look at me. Smile and start getting worried. And I want you to smile and say, I'm the most unlucky person in the world. Are you really feeling unlucky?
No.
You know why? Because your body language is positive, you can't feel negative. Am I right? Yes. Now try this. Loosen again. बहुत problem है यार life में. Life is very difficult. Are you feeling that? Okay, now try this. Sit straight. Sit straight. Smile. Okay? Yeah, life is difficult sometimes.
Life is difficult sometimes.
I can handle that.
I can handle that.
How's that? Feeling better? Yes. How fast did you change your feeling? If I had to measure the time, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, right? So I want you to do this with me, like take your finger like this and say, this fast. How fast?
This fast.
How fast?
This fast.
How fast?
This fast.
How fast?
This fast.
Problem is people tell me, I don't know how to change my feelings. This is one person who came for coaching once. Very senior person, a really senior person. Comes and says, Mitesh, I don't know why I'm always angry. I actually got a mirror. I said, can you repeat that? I said, do you talk like this the whole day? He said, actually I do. He always has a frown on his face. And he's trying to avoid anger. How will it happen? It doesn't work. Take control of your body first. Okay, try this with me. Everybody sit calm, as if you're meditating. Come on. Calm. Okay, smile on your face, gentle smile like you're meditating. Now try to get angry with that expression. Happening? Not happening. Because now your body is allowing you to feel what you want to feel, but you're using the body this time. Right? So control your body. Use your body to feel what you want to feel. Your body is like a temple of emotions. Your body is like a temple of emotions. It has all emotions in the world. All emotions in the world. Deepak Chopra, how many of you heard the name? He's an author. Right? Deepak Chopra is also a doctor. He's proven it. He said through research that our brain is the biggest pharmacy in the world. Biggest medical store in the world. It has all kind of drugs. Any drug you can buy in the market is available here. And you can create that drug by using the right body language. For an example, how many of you heard of drugs like cocaine, LSD, stuff like that, ganja, vanja? You've heard of it? Yeah. Do you know why they feel good? Or alcohol or cigarettes, do you know why they feel good? They produce a chemical called endorphins and dopamine. But do you know that your brain also and your body also secretes dopamine and endorphins? Yes or no? Yes. If you know how to use your body language, you can secrete your own endorphins. You don't need anybody else. You don't need any drug. You can be alone and be happy. By the way, Just like drugs are addictive, people are also addictive. Yes or no? Yes. So when you say I love somebody, what it only means is by looking at them, your mind secretes dopamine, nothing else. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to screw this up for you, but it's true. Scientifically speaking, when you say you love somebody, it only means looking at them gives you dopamine. When looking at them does not give you dopamine anymore, you start hating them. I'm not joking. That's why fights happen in marriages. So many times when people come for marriage coaching relationships, I have to figure out a way to get them dopamine by looking at each other at the same time. Seriously. These are secrets of relationships which I'll probably share with you on another relationship workshop. But what I'm trying to say is your body has the ability to secrete any drug you want, happiness drug, feeling good drug, any drug you want, relax drug, any stress-free drug, anything you want, just use the right body language. And you know what? All of you know which body language applies to which emotion. Yes or no? Yes. For an example, everybody quickly show me anger. Come on. Show me anger. Come on. Be a good actor. Come on. Show me anger in your facial expressions. Come on. Don't screw that up. Don't smile. Not working for me. Come on. Show me anger. Come on. Show me anger. Okay. Now, quickly show me excitement. On your face. Come on. Show me excitement. Wow. Okay. Now listen. You know, some of you, you've just forgotten to use your body. When I told you to use anger, you remembered. Some of you, when I told you get excitement, all you did was this. Come on, use your body language. Is this how you would feel if you won the World Cup this year? So show me excitement. Come on, show me excitement. Arey, open your hands. When you win the World Cup, are you like, yeah? Open up your body language. Use your body language. You know that some of you have forgotten to smile. You've got into this habit of hardly smiling. So what happens is, I mean, there was this one person in a workshop. He's always depressed. Came home for coaching, and he actually looked at me and said, I don't know why, I just can't feel happy. And every time people do that, I bring my mirror out. I said, change your body language. Right? Smile. You cannot use the sadness body language and feel happy. Is that making sense to you? Yes. Right? Some of you have a beautiful smile, but you stop practicing it. And even if you smile as if you're the only person in the world who has teeth. Koi chura ke le jayega types. Okay? You don't believe me? Watch. Look at your partner and smile. Come on. Half of you are smiling without opening your lips. अरे कोई खाने वाला नहीं है दांत आपके. Smile. Everybody has teeth. Come on, smile at each other. Come on, smile at each other. Look at her. Smile. Come on, smile. Come on, smile. Okay. Now, I want you to look at each other and laugh. Even if it is fake, laugh. Come on, laugh. Okay. Remove your hands. Remove your hands. Remove your hands. Okay. How many of you are depressed right now? Hello? Do you have problems in life? Are you feeling them right now? No. You see, you created the feeling you wanted. Simple. Now go pitch for that business opportunity. Now go handle that mother-in-law. Seriously, because your state of mind is different right now. She can't impact you. Your immune system is strong right now. I'm not saying mother-in-law is the bacteria. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, don't let situations impact you. Are you getting this? Yes. Now, some of you really lost in your mind saying, kaise karenge? Like, you're really lost right now.
No, I'm looking at your wife, she was saying something.
You're looking at my wife? Acha.
About mother-in-law, she was saying something.
You're looking at my wife and you're... But she wanted the experience of bigada husband. What can I do, right? All right. So, keep using the right body language. In the daytime, whenever you're feeling negative, you can change the emotion how fast? How fast? No, show me how fast? How fast? And what do you have to do for it? Just change your body language. You can change it that fast. The moment you change your body language, your emotion changes. I'm telling you, you cannot feel negative by using a positive body language. You may initially feel fake for the first 5 seconds, but if you continue it, you get into the character. Yes or no? Do you know that some great actors actually cry in the scenes? And that's why you like them as great actors. Give me names of great actors. Nawazuddin, Amir Khan, Amitabh Bachchan. These actors, when they cry, you cry. Because you know there's somewhere feeling that emotion. Yes or no? Give me names of actors, when they cry, you laugh. Okay. Point. He's bad at crying. Now Shah Rukh Khan is getting bad at it. Yeah, he's really bad at it. But he used to be good at it. How many of you remember that movie, Billu Barbar? What is that, Billu Barbar? Yeah? Something like that. And there's this only one scene where he's giving a stage speech. I cried in that moment. Like 5 minutes dialogue, but the bugger made me cry. He has that skill. And sometimes he loses it. What I'm trying to say is, you all have it. You can make yourself cry and you can make yourself happy. And here is the best part. Here is the best part. You don't need anybody for it. And you don't need anything for it. You don't even need a car. You don't even need a pen. You don't even need clothes. You don't need anything for it. Listen. There's something called self-esteem. Repeat that. Self-esteem. Self-esteem means how much you love yourself. Okay, let me tell you what is the real meaning of self-esteem. If I take away all your money, if I take away all your relationships, if I take away all your people, if you're still happy, that is how much you love yourself. Seriously. And listen, you can only give love to others if you have love yourself. Yes or no? Yes. If you can't love yourself, if you don't have it. If you don't have it, you can't give it. How many of you agree? Yes. So when I met Indu, I had already learned some of these things. And she came home after marriage, and there was this one situation where my mom was crying, and I was absolutely peaceful and normal about it. To the point that after we went from there, I was laughing like nothing happened. She thought I hate my mom. She's like, how can you smile when your mom is happy, when your mom is depressed? I'm like, if I'm upset and if I'm depressed, I'm going to add to her depression. Is that true? Yes. You're going to be happy so that you can give happiness. Yes or no? Yes. Your energy makes a difference there. But if you say that your happiness depends on another person so much that the moment that person goes away, you're dead, that means you never had love. And listen, if you never had love, you will never attract it. You will never attract it. Most people are not happy in their marriage relationships because they don't love themselves. So they keep troubling their life partner to get better at loving them. Many people who come to me for couples coaching say, कुछ सिखाओ ना इसको. The moment they say that, the first thing I do is send their life partner home. So you sit first. First you start loving whom? Yourself. Then, when somebody else doesn't love you, it doesn't matter to you because you have love. But when you don't have love, you're always depressed. Because you're like a bottomless basket. कितना भी ऊपर से पानी डालो नीचे से निकल जाता है. There is no bottom to it. There is no love in it. So no matter how much people give you love, you're not going to feel it. You have to love yourself first. So I said, first have gratitude for what you have, including yourself. Are we clear with this? Yes. Okay. Use your body language to feel happy. Are we clear with that part? Yes. Moving to the next technique. Write it down. Visualization. 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 Write that down on the video. Visualization. Now, what is a visualization technique? It basically has 3 steps. Yeah, I'm almost done. I just have a couple of more techniques. So, visualization has 3 steps. Step number 1, you got to relax your mind. You got to relax your mind and sit at one place. So, you can do this lying or sitting, but you got to first step is relax your mind. And by the way, how do you relax your mind? Meditation, no. What is the formula I told you just before this? Use your, everybody show me relaxed body, come on. I didn't say lazy. I said relaxed. How fast did you get relaxed? That fast. Okay, show me stressed. Yeah. You cannot use this body language to manifest something. Okay? So first step, get relaxed. Come on, show me again relaxed body language. All right. So that's the first step. You got to get relaxed, you close your eyes, you take 3 deep breaths. Why do you take three deep breaths? Body language. You control your body language to bring relaxation. Okay? Step 2, write it down. Actually, I'm sorry, the first step was something else. Write down the first step again. First step is be clear and specific for what you want. Be clear and specific for what you want. Be clear and specific for what you want. That's first step for visualization. Be clear and specific for what you want. What does that mean? Whatever you want to attract, be clear about it, be specific about it. For an example, if I say I am very rich, is that clear and specific? No. I am making 1 lakh rupees a month, every month profit. Is that specific? Yes. Is that profit word necessary? Yes, it's clear and specific. You may make turnover and not make any profit, which is a problem. So be clear and specific what you want. Okay, so that's the first thing. Second thing, relax is the second thing. Okay, relax, close your eyes and visualize. What are you visualizing here? Guys, what are you visualizing here? You visualizing the process or the end result? As if you already? So normally what I ask people to visualize is that you're in a celebration party of that thing you already have and you're celebrating together with your family and friends, and the party is over and you're going to your temple in the house. All of you have a temple in the house? Yes. Right? And you go to that small temple and you're saying to God, what are you saying? Thank you God for giving me this. And in the end, the third step is be grateful and let go. Be grateful and let go. That's very, 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 very important. Be grateful and let go. Can you repeat that, please? What is the important part here? Let go. I'll tell you what I mean by let go. Stop thinking about it. If you're constantly thinking, hua kya, hoga kya, again you're in the wrong frequency. You're not vibrating at the frequency as if you already have it. You're constantly vibrating at the frequency of will I have it. That's not the same as have it. Will is future. Have is present. So all spiritual people say be in the present. Okay, be in the present. How many of you know Osho's? Richest people in the world. One of the richest people in the world, Osho's. He has like 7 or 8 limousines. Do you know this? Yeah. Rajneesh Osho actually has 7 or 8 some limousines himself. Very rich guy. How do you think he got the whole ashram? The more happy he is, the more he attracts. Right? The more people give him. Doesn't mean you go and become a Baba tomorrow, okay? That's not what I'm trying to say. You can do whatever you're doing and create that amount of abundance in your line of career. Yes or no? Yes. See, the biggest mistake people make is they look at other people's career and try to think that that money is only available in. So they try to change their career. Don't change careers. Do what you love. And do it so well. Believe me, any career has money. How many of you agree with this? Do you know there are people in the world who actually have become millionaires simply by selling scrap? In India. I know people, my friends in Marwadis, scrap business karte hain. They are millionaires. Do you know people like that? Yeah. You can make money in any area, provided not how. You love what you do. You love what you do, you become the best at it. You become the best at it and you act like you're the best at it. You don't act like average. That's what is very, very critical here. So love what you do. All right? In the visualization technique, you let go believing that it's already done. So how many of you want to practice the visualization right now? Okay, let's take an example for one person in the workshop. Who do we want to practice for? What do you want to manifest? What do you want to attract?
My success in next coming 6 months.
What success? Specific. Tell me clearly.
Okay, I am a wellness coach, and in my company there is a level called Get Team level, and there's like $20,000 I need to produce consecutively 3 months. I need to do that, create that business.
Okay.
Coming and next June we have a national event happening in Bangalore, and I want to get recognized on that national stage. Like 20,000 people gonna participate.
Wow.
In that event, I want to be.
Month of June 2017?
17.
Date is fixed?
Yeah.
What is the date?
9, 8 and 11th.
9, 8th and 11th?
Yeah.
Okay.
9, 10th and 11th.
9, 10th and 11th?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So let's do this everybody together, come on. You also do this with us, everybody do this with me. Forget your notepad and everything, let's practice visualization, come on. Sit straight. Okay, forget the notepads, forget pens, we'll learn this through practice, come on. If you observe, I'm not using any notes because I remember all of this. Because I practice it. The more you practice it, you don't need notes. Okay, so even if you're watching the video, leave everything, sit at one place, sit straight, close your eyes everyone, and follow my guidance. Close your eyes, no cheating, close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Exhale, relax. Let's use your body language to create some relaxation there. Come on, take another deep breath. And relax. One last deep breath. Come on. Now let's everybody imagine that today is 15th of June 2017. What is today? What's your name?
Vivek.
Vivek is back in Pune, and we are in a celebration party in a hotel given by him because he's already got this $20,000 business, and on 9th of June he was honored in front of 20,000 people and he had already got his goal. So everybody has a glass in their hands. Everybody raise your hands practically in your body language, and everybody say cheers. Cheers. And say congratulations, Vivek. Congratulations, Vivek. Don't open your eyes. Come on, say congratulations. Come on. With all your love, say congratulations, Vivek. Now, Vivek, imagine that you're giving a hug to a lot of people here. Show me your hand like actually giving a hug to people. Use your body language. Yes. Everybody imagine like you're giving them a group hug and saying congratulations. Yes, some of you putting that cake on his face. Awesome. All right, now everybody imagine that the party is over. Keep your eyes closed. And all of us have reached home, including Vivek, you've reached home. The party is over. You're in a small temple in your house. Close your eyes. Imagine you're sitting on your knees in front of the temple. And in whatever way you pray, whether it's praying with your hands open or praying with your hands folded, let's do it right now. Come on. Fold your hands, everyone, or keep your hands open the way you would in front of Allah, and let's manifest and let's say everyone together, thank you God, for giving Vivek this amazing business by 9th of June 2017. We are so happy for Vivek. Thank you so much. Vivek, you need to say thank you God for giving me this business by 9th of June.
Thank you God for giving me this business by 9th of June.
Feel that happiness, everyone. Come on, feel that happiness. I want you to keep your right hand on your heart, everyone. And double that happiness. Smile. You can't feel happiness without smiling. Come on, Vivek, smile. It's already done. Slowly open your eyes. Everyone look at each other and quickly say congratulations for Vivek. Come on, quickly. Okay, how many of you felt that? Did you feel that? All right. So is it going to be done or is it done? Done. Everybody look at him and say congratulations. Party chahiye? All right, very good. Okay, now you're going to do it for yourself. The reason I always make you do for someone else first, because it's easy. When it's doing for yourself, everybody's like, but how do I feel? Now you know how to feel. Now let's do it for yourself, okay? But first, before you do it for yourself, step number 1, get clear and specific. What do you want? So get clear in your mind, everyone, come on. Use any one thing that you want to attract. Use any one thing you want to attract in your mind, whether it's your relationship, your health, your career, the money you want to make, the promotion you want, anything. Just choose one thing for now. Don't try to take something which is 10 years ahead. Take something which is 6 months ahead maximum. Take a short-term goal so that you can really get some success. If it is something 3 weeks ahead, great. Take a short-term goal. Good. Everybody's clear? Yes. Super. Sit straight. Sit straight. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Relax your body. Take another deep breath. Come on, use your body to relax your mind. One last deep breath. Take a deep breath and exhale and relax your mind. Now imagine you're in a celebration party at home with your close family and friends, and there's a small cake in the center of everyone, and you're cutting the cake because you've just achieved this thing that you wanted, and everybody's saying what? Saying what? Saying what? Saying what? Congratulations! And what are you saying to everyone? Thank you. Say it loudly, come on. Thank you. Now I want you to actually take your hands up as if you're hugging everyone around you. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Take your hands up as if you're hugging people. Arey, dil ke hug karo yaar. इतनी बड़ी चीज मिलके हग भी नहीं कर रहे. Okay, and tell everyone thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Now imagine the party is over. You're in your house, in your temple. You're on your knees. Come on, join your hands to God again, and say thank you God, for giving me this. In your head, repeat exactly what you got. Like I may say, thank you God for giving me 10 lakhs. Participants already attended Law of Attraction workshop by 31st of December 2017. Thank you God. Thank you so much. Right hand on your heart. Double your happiness. Come on, say thank you again. Smile. Smile. Feel that gratitude. Quickly open your eyes. Congratulate your partner. Come on, congratulate your partner. Okay. You see the feeling in the room right now? Is it a completely different energy? Are there problems in life? Are you feeling them right now? No. That's how you change your feelings. Visualization technique has to be applied 3 times in a day. 1, when you wake up in the morning, immediately before you get out of the bed, you will first do the visualization technique. Immediately before you get out of the bed. Okay? At night, before you sleep, last thing at night, you have to do the visualization technique. These are 2 times which are very critical times. Why? Morning when you get up, you're a little drowsy, right? Little sleepy. Now that's called as the alpha frequency. Alpha frequency. I'm not getting into too many technical details. If you read the book Silva Mind Control, you'll learn something that our brain has brain frequencies, right? It's also power of subconscious mind, it's there. All our brains have brain frequencies, right? So 7 to 14 megahertz is your conscious frequency which you're using right now. Sorry, 14 to 21. 7 to 14 is known as your little drowsy frequency, relaxed frequency. At that frequency, manifestation happens faster. The attraction happens very, very fast. So that is why in the step 2 in the visualization technique, what did I tell you after you get specific and clear? Get relaxed. Because when you get relaxed, you automatically get to that frequency of 7 to 14 megahertz. Morning, you're in a very natural relaxed state. So use that state to quickly manifest what you want, attract what you want by using visualization. Same thing at night. If you're sleeping, you're very sleepy, you're very relaxed. Use it at that time. Okay? And third, during the day, whenever you're feeling negative, use it again. Why are you using it again? To change the frequency. Okay? In my case, especially, here is what I do. Whenever I sleep, here's a technique I use. I call it sleeping in my perfect zone. Say that together. So what sleeping in your perfect zone means is that you sleep as if your life is already perfect. Now, did I say good or did I say perfect? Perfect. So I actually imagine my life 10 years ahead. I don't even imagine, when I'm sleeping, I don't even imagine month or 1 year. I actually imagine like all my goals are achieved. All my goals are achieved. Perfect life. And then I sleep. So I'm sleeping not in my imperfect zone, I'm sleeping in my perfect zone. Most people sleep in the imperfect zone. Most people sleep in the worried zone. Like, kya hoga ki nahi hoga, what happened today? They're always worried. Never sleep in the bad zone, because what you sleep with, all night that frequency is vibrating, right? And all night the attraction is coming on. Imagine 10 hours of attraction, so powerful. Uninterrupted attraction, so powerful. Use that in your benefit. Use that in your benefit. Sleep in your perfect zone. Sleep in your perfect zone. Are we clear about this? Yes. So we're done with the visualization technique. Couple of more important techniques before you leave for the day. I know it's 5 to 1. We still have energy? Yes. Okay, good. So a couple of more important techniques. Next one is called as affirmation. Write that down. Yes, please.
As you said that, during the sleep, how you can ensure that you will have, you can imagine that particular state, whatever.
Not in your sleep, before you sleep.
Before I sleep. Normally we have a lot of thinking going on.
Yes.
Probably, day long you have
yes.
tension.
Step number 1. Step number 1 of visualization. What is step number 1, everyone? Step number 1. Be specific and clear of what you want. Yeah. Step number 2. How do you relax? Use your body. Take 3 deep breaths. Relax your mind and body. Step 3. Visualize and let go. Visualize, say thank you and let go. जो हमने अभी किया ना, we did this. Exact same thing you have to repeat at night. And sleep in your perfect zone. कि सब ठीक हो गया है. Not only ठीक हो गया है. Not only ठीक हो गया है. Not only that. What am I saying here? What is a perfect zone? Everything is perfect. देखो ठीक हो गया तो आप तब बोलते हो ना when something wrong was there and it's got okay. I'm not saying something is okay. I'm saying everything is perfect. You won't believe this example. I had a problem called sciatica. Anybody knows what sciatica? Sciatica is a nerve that is going from your spinal cord down to your legs. If it touches your spinal fluid, slip disc जिसको बोलते हैं, it's actually a fluid. If it touches that nerve, there is a vibrating pain in your body for 24 hours. It doesn't even stop for 1 minute. I had that pain for 9 months. I almost felt like being a mother. And 9 months I went through that pain. Believe it, I thought there was no solution to it, and I couldn't even find a doctor. I mean, I went through the best doctors, massage, acupuncture, acupressure, name it, I did everything. But why do you think I was not finding the right cure? I believed there was no cure, and I was constantly irritated about it. So one day, so see, even I forget. Even I forget. That's why I say keep coming to this workshop. So one day I and Indu said, let's use manifestation to get okay. So how do you use manifestation? What is the formula here? Formula kya hai? Formula. As if you already? So say the whole thing. What is FTBA? Feel, think, believe and act as if you already? So one day, when I slept at night, I actually slept with this visualization that I'm absolutely okay and I'm running. And I'm pain free. It's absolutely okay. Like not like okay one day ago. It's like I've been okay for a month now, feeling absolutely normal. I visualized it. Next day I got an invitation to a manifestation workshop like this one of somebody else. I went there. When we were doing the manifestation practice, he was also doing it there. So I manifested, my health is completely okay. That evening, I was coming towards home. Here is what happened. This is a true story, okay? I suddenly remembered that about 8 months ago, Indu's friend Ram had come to my place. Shri, you know Ram, right? Indu, Shri knows Ram, right? He doesn't know Ram? Achha, he's also from MIT. So Ram is Indu's friend. He had come home 8 months ago, and he had told Indu that he also had sciatica, but he had cured it through an operation. Now we heard it, but we rejected the idea because I didn't want to go through a operation. But I said, yeah, I don't know what Ram was talking about. Let me at least call him. Now this is all on the way, okay, from that workshop. I haven't even reached home yet. So I called up this person on the phone. I called up Ram, Indu called up Ram and said, what was this all about? So he said, Arey, it was not an open surgery. It was a keyhole surgery. You know what's a keyhole surgery? It's called laparoscopic. Yeah. Nowadays there's a technology where through a camera, just a 1-inch hole, where you get just one stitch, and they don't even put you completely unconscious. And through that camera, they operate you. It's a brilliant technology. And Ram was telling me about that. But why do you think we never heard it? I was in the wrong frequency. Remember I told you in the morning, if you're on the wrong frequency, the solutions are right in front of you, you'll never get it. That's what happened with me. But now, he's sitting somewhere else, and I suddenly remembered that incident. Why is that? Frequency is right, so you start remembering the right things in life. So anyways, I called him, he told me about this, so I said, oh, I don't know why I missed it that time, can you give me the name of the doctor? So he said, there are only 9 doctors in India who can do this operation. And my doctor is the best doctor who trained the other 8 doctors, he's in Bombay. So he gave me the number. I called up this doctor. This doctor said, I'm right now at Bombay airport going to Hong Kong. I said, doctor, please don't do this. I need this operation. I'm in pain for the last 9 months. He said, do one thing. The next best doctor in India, listen to this, is in Pune. And I stay in Pune. So he gave me the number of that doctor. His name is Dr. Pradyuman Pai Raiturkar. So we called him. This is the exact conversation with him. And we haven't reached home. Huh? This is all happening on the way in the car. I called him up and I said, doctor, I've been given your reference by this senior doctor and I want to go through this laparoscopic operation. Can you do this? He says, yeah, I can do this. I said, I want to get this operation tomorrow. He said, listen, you don't decide that. I decide that. First go get an MRI done, come back to me tomorrow. Believe it, that evening we went through an MRI. Next morning when we went to the hospital, I went with my entire backpack. Tell me why?
You're already...
Act like you already have it or you're going to have it. Work towards it. Work towards it. Don't go like it's not going to happen. So I went to the doctor. The doctor said it's absolutely curable. Don't worry. We'll admit you today. Tomorrow you'll be done. So he admitted me that day and the operation was next morning. I was so desperate that I said, no, I want the operation tonight. He said, listen, if I do the operation tonight, the expenses will double. Because only for you the operation theatre will have to be opened. Only for you the anesthetist will come. Only for you the doctor will have to come. The whole arrangement will be only for you. So the charges will double up. So I don't care. I have a medical insurance. You please do it tonight. That night, this was 24 or 30 hours after that workshop. I was admitted. I was not unconscious. The guy was actually making me listen to songs as he was doing the operation behind me. It was a 45-minute surgery. Not even a surgery actually, it was more of a process. And after 45 minutes, I was in the operation theatre. He called Indu inside. Before the operation, when I lied down, I couldn't pick up my leg even this much. I was so much in pain. After the operation, he called Indu inside. He took my leg in front of Indu and he picked it up 90 degrees. Zero pain. It's been that day till today. I'm 100% cured. Yeah, thank you. And the similar incident happened few days ago. I was picking up some weight and I got a big jerk in my neck and I had a shoulder pain and I was not getting okay for 15 days. Day before yesterday, I slept with that manifestation that everything is okay. She slept with it. Today morning, I'm doing the workshop. I don't have any pain. Don't ask me how it happens. I'm not a doctor. But rule number 1 is what? This is not the world of logic. This is the world of magic. Okay, so visualization technique, please use it regularly. Affirmations now. What are affirmations? Affirmations are statements. Yes, please.
Do you visualize same thing every day, or in a day you can have 3 different visualizations?
I visualize the same 5 things every day because I want 5 different things. But I visualize the same 5 things every day until I really get it. But obviously, when I'm visualizing that I already have it. But you can, so if your question is, can you do for various things? You can. You can. So, in fact, you can do for all areas of life. Career, money, everything. Because how much energy is there in the universe? Unlimited. And all of that energy can be converted into some materialistic reality. It is just waiting out there to convert into some reality. The more you manifest from here, the faster it converts. So, you can actually, like in my case, I was about to say now the affirmation technique. In affirmation technique, I tell people to write down positive affirmations for every area of life. Career, health, money, relationships, everything. So what is an affirmation? An affirmation is a positive statement in the present tense. Say that together.
Affirmation is a positive statement in the present tense.
For an example, I want 10 lakh people to attend this workshop. Is this an affirmation? What is wrong with the statement? I want, it is in the future. And what is the formula? I have, so it's wrong. Present tense is not there right now. So what do I say? 10 lakh people have already attended my workshop. That's in the present tense. To make it more effective, in the beginning you must always add, I'm so grateful and happy. Repeat that loudly.
I'm so grateful and happy.
So this is, you add it to make it more effective. So you always take all areas of life and write down the affirmations for every area. For an example, I'm so grateful and happy that I have amazing relationship with my wife at home every day. I'm so grateful and happy that I have a beautiful relationship with my parents. I'm so grateful and happy I have wonderful people at work and I have a great relationship with all of them. So those are affirmations. Those are affirmations. Okay? I just want to repeat what is an affirmation. A positive statement in the present tense. Can you repeat that?
A positive statement in the present tense.
Are we clear about this? When you go home today, your assignment is to create an affirmation goal or an affirmation out of your goal for every area. So if it's career, for an example, you may say, I'm so grateful, happy and grateful now that I've already got this position. Thank you, God. Thank you so much for this. If it's relationships, I'm so happy and grateful now that I already have a beautiful relationship with my wife. If it's health, what would you say? Can somebody help me now? Let's work on this together. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm fit and healthy completely. Right? So that is what is called as an affirmation, which you can do for multiple things in the day. And using the same, you can do visualization, answering your question, Shri, for multiple things in the day. You can use it for visualization. So it becomes clear. So you remember the first step of visualization? Be clear and affirmations help you become clear and specific. Okay? Some people are more visual by nature. I just want to clarify this. So some of you will find it very easy to visualize. Some of you don't find it easy to visualize because you're not visual by nature. You're an auditory person. Auditory means you like to talk more. Voice is more important to you. So for you, affirmations will work more easy. Indu loves affirmations. I love visualization because I'm a visual person. She's an auditory person. So she uses more of auditory affirmations. I use more of visualization. Doesn't mean I don't use visual affirmations. I do. Here is where. Make affirmations a way of talking. Can you repeat that?
Make affirmations a way of
This is very important. Make affirmations a way of talking. For an example, let's say you're standing in a line and you end up saying to somebody or to your friend, यार बहुत time लगेगा, 1 घंटा लग जाएगा. It's going to take an hour for me to get my tickets. Now, is this an affirmation? Are you attracting what you want? Or are you attracting what you don't want? You're actually attracting what you don't want, right? So what do you say? What do you use an affirmation here quickly? Not ho jayega. Again, that's future tense. That's again future tense. I'm so happy and grateful, I've already got my tickets in 5 minutes. Now, you would say, the moment I tell you this, and if there are 100 people standing in front of you, the first question pops up in your mind is what? What is rule number 1? Don't ask how. 10 years ago, I took up a job. There were 500 people standing in front of me in a line. I'm not joking. a company called Wipro. I went for a call center company, not 10, now it's 13 years before. And I went for a call center job when I had just started my business and I didn't have money at that time, so I took up a job for about 8-9 months. When I went there were 500 people standing in a line and I was going to come back home. I called up Indu and I said, I am not standing in a line. So what did she say? Manifest. For everything we have only one solution. Manifest. What do you mean by manifest? What is the formula there? Formula. FTBA as if I already, come on guys, you need to remember the formula. Repeat the formula. FTBA as if I already have it. So I sat there in one chair, right opposite the HR cabin, and everybody standing in a line, okay? And there was nobody sitting on the chair. You know why? Nobody wanted to miss out on the line. So I was sitting there alone on that bench, and I closed my eyes, and what did I visualize? What's my affirmation? Tell me.
I'm so happy and grateful.
Now that?
I've got my job.
Giving the interview? I'm already home with my offer letter. End result. एक step आगे ले जाओ उसको. I'm already home with my offer letter. Okay? So here's what happened. I did that visualization. What is the third step of visualization? Let go. I just sat there reading a book. I'm not worried. True story. One HR person comes out of the cabin, looks at me. What is this one guy doing here? Everybody's standing in the line. I don't know what happened to this HR person. I have no idea. I still don't remember that person's name. But this person looked at me and very weirdly, come. Now I was about to ask the person why. I said, shut up and go. Okay. And without saying anything and without looking at the line, because I thought if anybody looks at me and starts shouting, before that I should get in. I got in 20 minutes I was out with our offer letter. Now, can I explain how? Don't ask how. Don't ask how. You don't know how many manipulations the universe will have to do to give you what you want. So don't worry, it is not easy for you to understand. It is not possible for you to understand. It's too complex. It's like explaining a 5th standard child how a heart surgery happens. Will they ever understand? Even if I try to attempt as a surgeon, I cannot explain to you. Am I right? So don't ask how. Don't ask how. Just do it. Yeah.
When we have this visualization, so initially when we don't have much of practice,
Yeah.
when we visualize, when we use the affirmative statements and when we say it's happening right now, the back of mind it says no, it's not there.
Yeah.
So initially,
If your back of the mind saying it's not there, it means 2 steps are not done. What is the first step, guys? Be clear and specific. That's one step probably not done. 99% the second step is not done. What is that? The relaxed state of mind is not there. For an example, everybody do this. Sit straight. Show me a worried face. Come on. Close your eyes. And try and imagine you already have what you want. And keep a worried face. You'll observe that the back of the mind, the worry starts happening. Hai na? Now try this. Relaxed body state. Come on, bring it up. Relaxed body state. Take a deep breath. Relax. Now without my guidance, quickly everyone imagine you have what you want as if you already have it. Do it. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Imagine you already have what you want. Smile, guys. Physiology, remember body language, use your body language, smile. Conjuice log, smile. It's okay to show your teeth, come on, everybody's closed their eyes, nobody's looking at you. Yeah, that's better smile. Now imagine you already have it, and what do you say when you've already got it? Come on, say it.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, and say congratulations. Quickly look at your partner, say congratulations. Come on, quickly, quickly, quickly. You see what I'm doing here? The relaxed state of mind, the congratulations. Now is the back of the mind telling you how it will happen? It cannot. It cannot. You cannot have this exciting body language and get worried. It's not possible. So the whole thing is very scientific. Okay? In any case, if you need more help, you're always welcome to come home for a personal coaching session. Okay? Or not, you can't afford coaching sessions, don't worry. Keep coming for these free sessions. Or this video is available, just go back to it and look at it again and again. Are we okay with this? Yes. Alright, so we've come to the end of the workshop. I am done with my time limit because the conference hall is only booked till so much time. If it was home, I would have extended a little more. But thank you so much for coming, and I hope the workshop adds value to you. Keep being happy, because the more you are happy, the more you'll get in life. Right? Just formula, I want you to repeat this once with me. FTBA as if I already have it. Come on. FTBA. All right, before you leave, one very important thing. I have now, based on a lot of people's request and my ambition, both, I have created something. If you're interested, you can be a part of it. People who come home for coaching, there are some people who've already come home for coaching already. They know that my personal coaching sessions at home are 5,000 rupees for one session, which lasts about 1 to 2 hours. Not everybody can afford it. So here's what I have started now. I am starting called a Law of Attraction Mastery Program. Law of Attraction Mastery Program. Can a mastery program happen in one day? No. How much time will it take? I'm starting a program which is a 1-year program. A 1-year program. Okay, where I will be personally delivering videos every 15 days and sending you an email with that one video. A lot of details of law of attraction are still available in the book. If you see, the book has much more content than we covered today. Much more content is available in that, but I can't cover everything in half a day. So in fact, more than the book is still available with me. So I'm going to take 1 year to give you videos every 15 days, and some of these videos will be live coaching sessions with Q&A, right? Live videos on Google+. So we're going to start this in a couple of weeks. Are you interested in being part of the 1-year coaching program? Yes. For that 1-year coach, while I charge 5,000 rupees for 1-hour session or a 2-hour session, for that session we're going to charge only 1,000 rupees for the entire year. All right? So people who are interested, before you leave today, give your name and 1,000 rupees to Indu. Or if you don't have the money right now, don't worry about it. Just let us know that you're interested. We'll send you an email. By the way, we already have your emails, right? Yes. So all of you interested, by the way? Yes. So can I just send you an email later? Yes. People who are ready with the money, just give Indu 1,000 rupees before you leave for the day, and we'll register you immediately. People who are not ready with the money, I'll anyway send you an email, and you can use your credit card or whatever you want, and you can just pay up for that. After that 1,000 rupees has been paid, a couple of weeks after that, the coaching program starts. The coaching program will remain for 1 year. There are a couple of things you will get there. Every 15 days, one video, and we'll create a private Facebook group. This will be only for paid members, like you who are going to be part of that. Why? There are a couple of reasons for that. On that group, all of you can talk to each other about what? Results. Results. Believe me, if you have a community who talks about results all the time, you will become each other's teachers. And that's really more amazing. Is that right? So I'm also going to be part of the group. I don't promise to be participating in that group every day, but once in a while I will also answer questions on that. But at least once in 15 days, there will be scheduled coaching sessions where I will give a video recorded by me on that, on certain topics of law of attraction, which needs to be mastered by all of you. For an example, feelings have much more answers. Thoughts have much more answers. Beliefs, I haven't even touched on beliefs today. How do you change your beliefs? And if sometimes what happens is you're feeling it, you're thinking it, but you believe that it's not going to happen, so it doesn't work. So you need to change your beliefs sometimes. So how do you change your beliefs? There's an entire 1-hour, 2-hour session on that alone. And that alone will go to 3 to 4 weeks of program. So the whole 1 year, I'm going to cover practically a mastery program on law of attraction. Here is the best part. On the Facebook group, I will personally share some of my personal struggles of law of attraction. What do I mean by that? Do you think I fail sometimes? But when I fail, becoming a master in law of attraction for the last 10 years, I know what to correct, right? I will share that knowledge with you. That here is what I did, I went wrong, then I corrected it, we changed it, here is what I did as a new technique, and my results have come back. So we'll share my personal life with you, my results with you, and every 15 days, one video on one module of law of attraction, which I will tell you what they are as the week goes on. Is that all right? Yes. All right. Besides, this workshop is absolutely free from now onwards on YouTube. Your job is only one thing in return of the free workshop. Share it with 5 more people. Do you promise to do that? Yes. So tell your partner, I promise to share it with 5 more people. Come on. All right. I'm going to give you a formal email with a page where this invitation with the video link will be available. We've just recorded the video now, so give me a couple of weeks to get it ready. Once it's ready, that page will be ready. You just have to share it with your friends on Facebook or wherever they want. Once they subscribe on that, you and them will have access to all these videos. Fair enough? Yes. So thank you so much, guys. Take care. God bless. See you some other time. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
And see you in part.
Okay, guys, so now that we've completed the workshop, if you've got some value out of it, which I'm pretty sure you have, please make sure you subscribe to the free videos of this entire workshop. Like the videos, share the videos on Facebook, and most importantly, pay it forward. Share it with at least 5 more people so they can be happy just the way you are happy out of attending this workshop. Okay? Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.